Oh my god. Dude's name is Colon Crusher. What's up? That's fucking funny. First guy in Colon Crusher. DJ. Welcome, DJ. You're welcome to join if you'd like to actually prove anything you've ever said with some evidence. I'm going to say there's no proof of flat Earth. There are only globe deniers. It's time to stop calling yourself flat earthers. First of all, flat's not level, but you shouldn't have ever used the word flat earther. It should have been level earther or something like that. Level earther would have been better, I think. Flat earther just doesn't make sense. It's not flat. It's topographic, right? So it's not flat. Surface is not flat. It makes sense. But then again, nothing about flat Earth makes sense. Therefore, it probably fits perfectly. Flat is horizontal. Flat is not horizontal. Flat can be horizontal. DJ. This is how words work. Words are fun. I bet you understand this sentence if I say it to you. My flat screen TV is laying flat on the ground. Now, did you understand the words I said? Did all of it make sense to you? Because I used two different ways to use the word flat in one sentence. I used flat screen TV to represent flat being the surface features being non-raised or lowered. It's smooth. Flat, the surface of something can be flat. Flat is a synonym for smooth. But something can be oriented flat, which is different. Two different ways to use the word there, buddy. See how that works? So a flat screen TV can be laying flat on the ground. You have a smooth surfaced item laying flat on the ground, which would be horizontal. Isn't that funny? Yep. This has a flat surface. It's flat. It's smooth. It's without bumps. But it's not laying flat right now. It's vertical. Now it's sloped. If you want to go the Fred angle, let's go to Fred angle.
Get fucking stuffed.
This is sloped. This is vertical, but it's not laying flat. I agree, it's not laying flat, but the surface is still flat. Isn't it funny how you guys can't figure out your own fucking definitions of shit? Get a dictionary, Cupcake. Welcome, Fred. Why don't you hop up here? Why don't you stop being a coward and finally debate me? I've never even seen you in in a Glober's chat, so that's pretty impressive. You managed to get yourself into a chat without mod powers. Wow. Yeah, Iran, come on up. The box is open. Tell me I'm running away. Come on up. As you run away. Let's open a dictionary for Fred. He loves pointing at dictionaries as per his song I made for him. This is fucking great. Oh my God. Scenes, screen sharing. All right. Let's see what we got. Flat, smooth and even. Smooth and even without marked lumps or indentations. Trim the surface of the cake to make it completely flat. That's referencing the smoothness of the surface. Smooth and even without marked lumps or indentations. You donut. You absolute fool of a human being. Fred is so ignorant, he He's been outed by other flat earthers who don't want to have any part of him in the flat versus level argument. Yes, also, when talking about the verb or adverb, flat can refer to the orientation of the item, which is in a horizontal position. So you're right. Flat does mean horizontal. But also, you're fucking wrong because there's multiple definitions. One thing is talking about the surface contours. One thing is talking about the orientation. Imagine being this dumb that you don't understand that words have multiple meanings. Sign the contract. What contract? Was I sent a contract? Contract. Contract. Where are you, contract? I don't see a contract anywhere. Contract. Box is open for Fred. Come on up, Fred. Unlike you, I promised in front of everybody right now, I won't boot you. Contract. That's funny. I last left off with Fred with this tidbit. I'll sign a contract if he's still listening. I'll sign a contract if he puts in any amount of work into it by finding out how legally we can sign a contract without giving each other our legal names. That's all I ask. And I'll sign it. Will he do any work at all? No. Will he put any effort into this debate? No. Will he put negative work into the debate? Yes. You know why he put negative work into the debate? Because he's blocked me on all his channels, so I can't even talk to him about the debate. So how are we supposed to negotiate anything if I'm blocked on every channel? Because he's running away and doesn't want to have this debate. That's fine. We all knew it would happen. He won't debate anybody without mod powers. Everybody knows that. That's why nobody can name one debate he's ever had without mod powers. All right, let's see. Anybody in the box? Ooh, my eyeball's itchy.
Hey, Globey.
What's up?
Hey, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Karl Marx?
Karl Marx. What the fuck? No, I don't have a minute for that. But I do have a minute to point out to Fred again that flat also means smooth and even without marked lumps or indentations.
Get fucking stuffed.
Notice who's not coming up in the box to talk to me about it. Mr. Fred. You know why? Because Mr. Fred, the self-proclaimed flat earth king, is a scared little baby. With his little baba. He claims he makes the boys wet their pants. Seriously, he does. Let's see. I don't know how much of this I can play. Well, we'll see what happens here. Where is that? This I can definitely play. Let's see. Oh, that's not.
Hemisphere.
You didn't spin it.
Can I? Hold on.
Hemisphere.
You
if you
didn't
can
spin
hear-
it.
can you guys hear this?
360
The
degrees.
sun shut up.
Can you? I don't know. You should be able to hear this. I think the audio is working on.
Hemisphere.
You didn't
the
spin
sun
it.
is not out
360
here. The
degrees.
sun shut up, triggered fuckface.
You shut
The
up.
sun is
fat
not
finger
out here.
bitch.
Are you dumb? The sun is not
Fucking
out
dumb.
here rotating around Antarctica while the whole entire rest of the world on the top is dark. We had sun today too. Thanks for playing Globetards. Get fucking stuffed.
House look like it stink.
Your house looked like it stink. It's my favorite.
I just can't with some people.
That
man.
mod?
Some people's
Who's fucking
kids.
mod?
Jordan
Drop
gets
him out.
There it is.
Jordan gets dropped. See
You
you, Jordan.
mad? You mad? You
See you,
fat
Jordan.
bitch.
See you, Jordan.
Bye.
You're gonna get to lick my balls on the way out the door. Now, my house. I'm sitting in a smoking room. You fucking morons, dipshits. You got flat smacked, so you gonna talk about what you see in the background? Cry baby.
Aww.
Hemisphere.
Aww. That was part of my top left video for Fred. That, hey, my video got you third place, Fred. Third place out of 11 YouTube flat earthers. In a YouTube vote, you still got third as being the top left, most ignorant and most confident king of Mount Stupid. I mean, third place is good. Nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud of that. But you got the bronze. You are only beaten by Flatzoid, who had a huge flat Earth year this year, and David Weiss, who everybody knows David Weiss. I mean, shit, man, you came in third. You should be proud. You should be. No slouching here. Wonder why there's no flat earthers requesting to come up. They've all claimed to have destroyed me in every debate or discussion. They all claim I've run from them. They all claim all sorts of fun, stupid things. And Fred doesn't want to have a debate. Wonder why Fred doesn't want to have a debate. Let's see. He won't be able to hit mute, and he won't be able to hit kick. Without those two things, I wonder what Fred becomes. We all know. I'm sure he's gone. He probably started his own little live. Look at this, 2:45. Get in here, people. Where's Fred? Come on, Fred. I hear Pookie's been looking for me all day, too. He wants to talk about his little lighthouse observation. What a liar this guy is. He can't keep his story straight. Maybe he's not a liar, but he certainly can't keep his fucking story straight. So, tell you what he did. He went out like a year ago and took some video across the water from Cape May to New Jersey. And he just showed up and started like trying to post some of it. He has no recollection of where he was. He keeps messing it up. He won't tell anybody his observer heights. Why would he go there and not record all this stuff? It's so weird. He didn't record anything. If I went to go do this, I'd be recording my location for every observation, filming my location with a second phone or camera, right? Showing my observer height, measuring my observer height with a ruler, right? Or GPS or something, depending on where you are. I'd be doing all of that. Know what he did? He got high, pulled out his camera, and started taking some video. That's what he did. And then claims he has debunked all of modern science. All he's done is confirmed that there's refraction in the atmosphere. That's it. We get it. Things get distorted. Sometimes things get lifted higher. That's called downward refraction. That happens when light bends downward towards a denser medium. I've demonstrated this several ways myself in small-scale experiments. DJ, you had your opportunity. We had a YouTube debate, and you brought literally zero. You showed up with zero. I can't even say like one thing. You showed up with zero. I mean, what are we supposed to do about that? Here. Let's see. We have this one. I love this one because the flat earthers all say I show this, the flat earthers all go, we don't live in the water. We don't look through water. And then they see I use sugar and they go, why'd you use sugar and not salt? Would have been more accurate with salt because salt's in the oceans. Well, we don't live in the ocean. We don't look through the ocean. Why would I use salt? Why is salt better than sugar? The idea is to increase the density of the water and create a density gradient because some of the sugar, I could have used salt. It just would have taken more salt to create the density gradient. But the salt or the sugar would sink to the bottom and create a density gradient on the way up.
Oh my diddy. My last video on this got deleted.
This is the skyline of Toronto hidden by some curvature that I put in this tank. I'll just mute it. So yeah, I took the tank and I filled it with water, and then I put sugar in it. Before I did that, I took a picture, which is the one on the left. And then when I put the sugar in it, I got the picture on the right. So this was taking a picture past a piece of curved plastic I put in there to create an obstruction. I filmed the whole thing uncut while I was... So like I took a camera and I filmed it from the outside while I was filming with a camera through the glass. So as to, avoid any stupidity of saying I edited anything. But here we go. There's refraction right there. Wait, pause it on a great face there. Somebody screen cap that. So here's refraction. This was the Toronto skyline, a picture of the Toronto skyline. So you see more of the buildings. You see more of these buildings because light is traveling through the tank, entering a denser medium and bending downward. That downward light bend is making the objects appear higher, because if light's bending downwards towards your eye thinks it's coming from up high. It doesn't know it's bending. It only sees the angle the light's coming in. So it thinks it's coming up from up higher. This is refraction. And this is what's occurring in reality. Now, flat earthers hate this because it proves them wrong. And they also hate it because it's water. And they go, that's the water. We don't see through water. So I did it again with just air. This time I used my deck on a cold day. So the deck was nice and cold, and it was cold outside. It was middle of winter. And I put that, actually, it was that same mat, same purple mat with the curvature. But I put a heat gun here. So I created a temperature inversion where the hot air was coming in above the cold air, which is not normal, right? Normally it's warmer at the surface, right? The earth is warming the air. Right. And then the hot air rises, and as it rises, it cools and falls back down. There's a whole cycle there. Right. So we call this a temperature inversion, where it's actually colder at the surface than it is in the air above it. And that happens mostly around lakes and water, because the water stays colder longer. It doesn't change temperature as fast. So it gets colder. The water gets colder. And then like warm air would come in. Right, and then we have a temperature inversion. So the light coming off the objects would be bending downward towards the colder water, towards the colder air. Right, and that's why things lift up a bit. So what I'm showing here is, I just talked right through it, sorry, is that as I turn this heat gun off, you'll see this purple mat raise. You'll see more of this purple mat and the orange square. It's not a lot. Obviously, it's small scale. I mean, what are we talking here? But you'll see me go back and forth in a second on the video, so you can see it easier. But yeah, you can see more of the purple appearing right now. And then, let's see, I go back and forth here. Right here. That's the up and down right there. So it went from down to up, down to up. So more of the orange appeared, right? This is refraction. Of course, Pookie's live. Pookie's live. All he did was prove refraction exists. So thank you for confirming refraction, Pookie. He also lied about where he was in the lighthouse when he took that 30-foot observation. So here's another one This was just on my deck with no barrier. I took the mat away. You can see the city skyline lift up much. The whole thing, you can see more of the lights down here. Look, you see these lights? More, less, more, less, right? This happened after I turned the heat gun on, guys. And that's just me taking some temperature readings to show you that it was cooler down low at the deck. It's about 20, 30 degrees cooler. So yeah, this is called experiments. This is called science. This is called something flat earthers will never do. So all Pookie did was point the camera across the water. Again, the water, okay? And then look at some stuff and go, we see too much. We see too much of it. He didn't make a prediction beforehand. He didn't say, if Earth's a globe, then X. If Earth's flat, then Y. Let's now take a measurement or a photograph. Not even a measurement. Did none of that. All he did was show up and take a video and go, we see too far. All right, DD. Yeah, if I'm still on, hop on in. Absolutely. I mean, DJ, you're more than welcome to come up and tell me why my observation is incorrect. Please feel free. Let me see what this scene does. It says chat. Let me see. Does it show my chat? That would be pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Boom. Right on the screen. I like that. It's too bad TikTok sucks overall. TikTok Live Studio is pretty decent. I mean, they copied OBS, but it's, you know, it's pretty cool. It crashed on me twice the other day while I was using it during the last live. So it ain't that cool. We got our first taker. What's up, Apple Jacks?
Yo.
You gonna come back for round 2?
No, I had a quick question for you, man, about your little sugar water experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a quick question.
Sure.
Was that supposed to be scientific?
How many bong rips you take tonight, Free?
Dog, just answer the question, man.
Mm-hmm.
Was it scientific?
How high are you? 1 to 10.
Dude, just answer, big dog. Come on.
It matters. The answer to my question matters.
Dude,
Yeah,
zero,
it's scientific.
man.
Yeah, it is scientific. What makes it not scientific? What makes it not scientific?
Yeah, how is that analogous to reality? How is it analogous to reality?
Because we have a density gradient in the atmosphere. So I created a density gradient in the
What
tank.
Yeah, what was the refractive index in the tank?
I don't know. I didn't measure it. Why did I need to measure the refractive index?
What's the refractive index in the atmosphere? What's up, Irish? Thank you. What's the refractive index in the atmosphere? Let's invoke standard refraction.
Depends on where you're looking.
Yeah, let's invoke standard. 0.073 or some shit? Or 0.07?
0.07? It depends on if you're looking horizontal along the surface or if you're looking vertically up above your head.
Well, horizontal.
So, do you deny that the sugar water would create a density gradient?
Of course not. I just don't think it was analogous to reality.
Why not? Because I didn't measure it?
Exactly. And two, we don't live in a sugar water atmosphere.
I said, but I started before I did this by saying I love showing this because flat earthers always go, we don't live in sugar water. Like that means something, right?
Wait, am I wrong?
Well, technically no, but what does it have to do with anything? We see light through the medium, don't we? So we see light through water, don't we?
Hey, Globy, quick question, brother.
Can you increase the density of water?
100%.
Okay, good. So
well, that wasn't. the argument. I'm just trying to see how.
I know, but your argument's irrelevant. Did you see the second video I showed?
Really? Yeah, 1 second. Hey, so in that atmosphere, and hypothetically, let's pretend that fish tank was the atmosphere.
Well,
Right.
well, you don't believe that's the atmosphere, so let's talk about the other experiment, the one I did in
Well,
the
I just
air.
want to see if it's even logical.
Oh, okay, sure. You want to ignore the air one.
Hypothetically, if that fish tank was our atmosphere, right? Would you say that that atmosphere? Remember, Globius, what got you last time? Would you say that the atmosphere, globe face, was isotropic?
I'm not doing this with you again. I mean, you gave me enough sound clips to last me a fucking month.
So was it isotropic?
You really want to do that again?
No, this is specifically to the fish tank.
Okay.
So was it isotropic or anisotropic?
It's anisotropic, but you can take sections of the water and call it isotropic, right?
You guys heard that in chat? The last time you lied like 4 times. I got the video. But right now you're
all right.
Yeah.
So let's
settle
the equation. When you're doing equations on the atmosphere, what do they? And you're calculating this kind of stuff. What do they do?
What do you mean? What do they do? For which part?
Okay.
Hey, Hobbies, that's not what happened, bro. Peter Merkley lied like shit. I never said that was my time lapse. I said we measured his time lapse.
I don't know. That's not what everyone's showing.
Yeah, go look at my most recent video, bro.
Okay.
On Uncomfortable Truth, not this account.
Okay. So depending
the kid literally said it had a constant glare, but then he told me it changed 40. He agreed that it changed 40%.
Okay. So free. What is Why'd you change your name, by the way?
No, this is my burner, bro.
Yeah, but even your other one's different. Where'd free go?
I have 3. I have oh, you're talking about the OG one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one got deleted.
Oh.
TikTok deleted that one for misinformation.
Well, it's not inaccurate.
Yeah, that's it's up for debate.
All right. So tried to show this to you the other day, and you kind of just waved it off, but
yeah, guys, it's because my account got deleted. That's why. So I never said it was whatever. Okay, forget the comments. Come on, Will. I got all day, man. Be snappy.
You don't. Yes, you do. You don't do anything.
No, I don't. I got work in the morning. I got work in the morning. Yeah, come on.
Holy shit! You at work?
I got work. Yeah, man. Come on, hurry up.
We met a flat earther that has a job. Fuck. Good for you.
Well, yeah, I'm not 60 years old and retired like most of them, dude.
Not really. They're not 60. They're just living off the government while complaining about the government. Couldn't change scene during. Can't change scenes during multi-guys live. What the fuck? Oh, see, I just.
Free ain't got a job. God, they're such haters.
But they don't. They sit on lives all day long. They don't have fucking jobs.
Well, I got a job. I can't speak for anyone but me.
All right, I gotta add. Hold on. I gotta add a window share to this because.
Hey, yo, did you hear what was it Pope Madness said about? No, it was a Steam. Did you hear what a Steam said?
No, I don't.
No, Irish. I'm not sure what you do, brother. I'm not even sure how old Irish is. But no, Globey, how? Yeah, Steam said that him and his wife were married for 13 years. He thought me and my brother were bashing women, and then when we, he said we don't respect women. Long story short, he said him and his wife watch porn together. But we're the ones objectifying women, which is kind of funny.
I'm not following it. So you're saying it's bad to watch corn with your wife?
Hey, do you support corn watching? Globey, are you one of them too? Do you watch it still?
That's weird. You're complaining about what he does with his wife?
Brother, do you support men watching porn?
With their wives? Yeah.
You said, oh my God. It must be like a Globey thing, dude.
Why is it
So are your
Yeah,
wives that like not sexually aroused by you guys that they
bro.
have to like look at other men?
No offense, but you're 12 and single. So
I'm not.
when you grow up, you let me know,
Globy, I'm gonna be
okay?
honest, bro. I probably got more action than you by the age
Then
of
we'll have this
15 than you have your
conversation.
entire life, bro.
Yeah, okay. I bet there,
Yeah,
free.
yeah. First, yeah. Yeah.
The girlies
I'm
love that
Hispanic.
fucking hair, huh? They love the alpaca look. I know it's in.
Dude, this isn't even my OG hair. Do you want to see what my OG hair looked like, dude? That's not my OG hair.
I don't give a fuck. Just you come back to me in fucking 20 years and let me know if you're watching Corn with your wife or boyfriend, whatever you're into.
Yeah, dude. I'm never gonna watch Corn with my wife. That's fucking weird.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Why are you objectifying women, bro? That's kind of disrespectful.
How's it objectifying? What a stupid fucking conversation. Shut the fuck up. Look,
Well, I'm waiting for you, fucking moron. What are
what
you
is
talking
this?
about?
So this is air. Remember we talked about air the other day? Tried to show
That's a
this to you.
clip.
And you
That's a clip.
Yeah. This is air is a clip.
No. The first clip of the night. Globy McGlowface, esteemed Aunt Pope Manus, Aunt Butter Sausage, all watch Corn. All right,
Fantastic.
all right, that's
Fantastic.
the first clip.
Guess what I
Go
have you
ahead.
clipped saying? Air isn't air.
No, I said air isn't. No, I said the
No, you
refractive
didn't.
index of air is
No,
a
you
constant
didn't.
in the atmosphere.
I can play the video right now.
Bro, we're talking about refraction. I
Okay.
said air is not air in the atmosphere because the refractive index changes with the gradient.
That's not what you said. Okay. So look, anyway, this is altitude and this is N. You see N? Remember that? We talked about that. This is the refractive index of air with as in relation to altitude. Okay. So when you're calculating Snell's law, all you need is one N at one altitude and a different N at a different altitude, and you can calculate it. You can calculate the refractive index.
I believe you.
Yeah, I don't think you do because you keep trying to argue against it.
So, a quick question, Globy. What happens when you have multiple
N.
gradients?
You don't have multiple gradients. There's a gradient.
So,
What are you
no.
talking about?
Excuse me. What happens when you have multiple mediums in that gradient?
Dude, I can't do this again. I'm not doing this again with you. Multiple
No, so this
mediums.
is no. I'm
It's
gonna
air.
educate you.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
doing this
educate
again.
you, bro. You're using air.
Okay.
That's not the only thing. Oh, why are you doing that? You
There you
fucking
go.
crybaby. Come
Because
on. I don't got,
I'm not talking about the same subject I spent 4 hours
dude.
on
I
you
don't
with the
have
other
camera,
night.
bro. I don't have camera access, dude. This is my burner.
You don't have camera access?
No, it's my burner account.
Okay. Well,
No, dude.
you
What I was
can
gonna
go.
ask you was, I was
Is it
gonna ask you
okay?
something.
Is it the same question you asked me the other night?
No, I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to go quiz you. I'm just saying, like, bro, when you have a gradient with multiple densities, it causes biorefrigerants, and biorefrigerants, according to Beer-Lambert law. Do you know what Beer-Lambert law is, Globy?
Yeah, it wasn't about refraction.
Yeah, what's Beer-Lambert's law?
It was about what was it about? I looked it up the other night while you were doing it.
Wait, was that you I debated that with Beer-Lambert?
You tried to show me a screenshot of some bullshit from it. We didn't debate about it.
Well, no, what it is it talks about how light gets absorbed
Absorbance of
in
light.
the atmosphere. Yeah. So, but what it is when you compare Beer-Lambert's to and then you add and then you look at biorefrigerants. Wait, it was you. Yeah, we're talking about the speed of light changing, causing the refractive incidence angle to go up or down, right? That was you, or was that someone else?
Oh no, that was me.
All right, cool. So yeah, when you have multiple mediums, it changes the angle of incidence from up or down. Now, Beer-Lambert's law just explains the absorption of the light in the atmosphere, and then biorefrigerants explains the density incidence changing its angle based off of just multiple mediums.
That's awesome, Free. So I just demonstrated two ways to show refraction: one in sugar water and one in air with a
Yeah,
temperature
biorefrigerants.
inversion.
Yeah, go look it up.
I don't. No,
No,
I
not
don't. I
talking to you.
don't.
Talking.
Yeah.
Goes to the comments.
Why are you
bro.
talking to the fucking comments?
Why are you crying about me talking to your comments?
Because you're
Turn them
in
off.
here
It's a
talking to
problem.
me. Why are you talking to the comments?
Because I have ADHD. I don't know.
Well, take a fucking pill. So yeah,
Oh my god, what an idiot.
we know how refraction works, buddy, and it's very easy, and you can demonstrate it as I did in two different ways in those videos.
Yeah, but Globy, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's actually way more complicated than I thought, dude. It gets complex. So when you look at Phantom Morgana's, the refractive, if you look at what's happening when you have a Phantom Morgana or a Superior Mirage or just basic Snell's law or Pascal's law or Fermat's principle, bro. It gets fucking complex, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
feel like
not that
I feel
complex.
like you think in your little brain, like, ooh, there's one medium. Yes, now that's refracting over 50 miles of curvature, which is over 6,000 feet of curvature that you're refracting over.
Yeah,
Like, no,
there's
dude,
there's
there's
a
a lot more
lot
to
going
it.
on in that 50 miles. I agree. When you take the long distance observation record and it's 279 miles, right? There's a lot happening there. That's why they waited for that specific day to try to take the picture. Okay? You need to
So
wait for the right atmospheric conditions to lift the things up a bit to get the picture.
you're saying he waited for it to be like more like a refractive index to be high.
Yes, he did.
Can you fact check that?
Sure.
Bro, Planet Peterson, bro, you have no life, bro. You're a loser.
God,
I got
you
clips
just
of you,
can't
Peter,
help
on my
it, huh?
fucking TikTok. Ian Peter's got a small weenie.
All right, dude. Stop. Fucking child.
But yeah.
You're being
But no,
childish.
anyways, can you I mean, I'm not sure about I've heard people say that, but can you fact check that?
Sure. Also, all of it adds completely up if you throw it into Walter Bislin's Earth Curve calculator.
Bro, can you get the big box? I don't know. I don't know why I'm on the big box.
I wanted you to present some flat Earth evidence tonight, but I guess you're not gonna.
Bro, I would like get my comeback tomorrow, dude. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
done doing
won't
flat.
because you've already said last time we talked that you don't have a model, and so you can't present anything.
Well, I'm done. I'm getting my comeback, dude. But I'm done doing flat Earth shit, dude.
What are you doing?
Like from now on, I'm only joining panels. I'm not hosting Flat Earth Live. Now I'm gonna start doing some fucking speed dating.
You're doing speed dating?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some passive income from TikTok
You actually
without
want to try
dealing
to
with
make some money?
TikTok. Well, on TikTok, yeah.
Well, good.
Bro, fuck
Ain't
you.
no money in this shit.
Yeah, there's no fucking money in this shit for sure.
I could have told you that 4 years ago.
But I'm not doing the science shit for money though. I'm doing the science shit because it's science and it's just facts.
Well, I mean,
Agree to disagree, but whatever. But still,
agree, disagree for fucking sure.
dude, what time is it where you're at?
Midnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last time we talked, I was up till.
Yeah, me too. 5 in the morning, right? We were up to
Yeah.
5 with Sham.
Yeah,
No, Sham ditched me, and then I just debated you for like next to 3 hours.
that ruined me for fucking 2 days. I could not catch up on my fucking sleep for 2 days. You'll find out one day, bro. Don't worry. You're still young
What-
and fucking.
What do you mean,
anything.
dude? Find out with what?
How awful shit is staying up late when you're
Yeah, I
fucking
already
old.
know.
That's what. I'm fucking
Dude, can you-
44 years old.
Bro, I'm still waiting on the quote or the citation that he invoked high refraction. Or excuse me, he didn't invoke it. My bad. He used it.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think I can fucking multitask that well? Yep. So here, you see that? And he always leaves. Did this the other night too. Just disappears. All right.
Bro, no one's disappearing, crybaby. I'm just waiting. You're taking forever.
So where are you going when you're waiting?
I fact checked it.
Are you going to play fucking Bubble Burst or something?
No, dude, I'm like you. I don't just fucking bullshit. If I know when to concede, unlike some people, even flat earthers.
You
ain't
do
gonna-
not know when to concede, bro.
Sure, cool. So I just looked it up. It states he did.
You couldn't even concede the other night when you used riveting wrong, right? Like,
Bro, I
come on.
didn't. Bro, it wasn't used wrong, dude.
Yes, you did. You said that means you're lying.
I never said riveting means you're lying. What the fuck?
Ooh, got that screen grab.
Yeah, show me right now. Show me where I said riveting means you're lying.
Oh, really?
Show me
You
right
want
now.
to do
Show the
that?
entire live. There's 70 people.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can do that. So
Fact
first,
check me.
yeah. Oh, I love that. Well, we can do that.
I remember
right
what
now.
I said. I said riveting means to entice a conversation or make
Okay.
or to grab the audience's attention.
Okay.
You can make a conversation riveting.
Yeah, and that's not really the appropriate way to use that, but Okay.
Yeah,
So
look it up right now. Can you rivet a conversation? Let's see what it says.
you can't rivet a conversation,
Well,
bro.
look it up then. Stop laughing, bro. I hate when Globers do that. Just look it up. There's no point of going back and forth and wasting energy.
You can't rivet a conversation.
Cool, then look it up and
A
fact check me.
conversation can be riveting, which means it's interesting, or
Riveting doesn't mean interesting.
it 100% means interesting.
No, the hell it does not. It means to grab the audience's attention.
Interesting. Yeah, grab it's grabbing their attention. A conversation can be riveting. It's attention grabbing. It's
So you're
interesting.
telling me so you can't rivet a conversation?
No, you can't. You're using it in the wrong part of the sentence. You can't rivet a conversation. The conversation can be riveting. It's interesting. It's attention grabbing. You can't. Riveting doesn't mean to force it to be interesting by lying or whatever you were trying to say the other night.
Well, I mean, I looked it up. It says you can rivet a conversation, so I guess you're lying. That's why I go on pause.
Wow.
I fact check myself, and if I was wrong, I would say, "Damn, I'm wrong."
Wow.
Dude, look it up. Can you rivet a conversation? It means to hold the audience's attention,
Okay.
or
Okay. Hold on. We'll do all that. The view from Ekrans in the broad daylight in mid-February. This is from beyondrange.wordpress.com. This is it.
that's the official thing, right?
Yep. That's the
Can you-
picture right there.
Do they happen to show the refractive index?
No, I don't think they showed the refractive index.
So they just say, "Yeah, we looked at the most refractive day."
Yeah,
but
this
they don't
wasn't. They weren't proving the fucking Earth's a globe or flat, bro. They were just trying to set a record. Everyone on the Earth knows the fucking Earth's a globe. Not everyone does things to prove it's a globe or flat, right? That's our
Bro,
stupid
why-
little world we
stop
live
doing
in,
that.
right?
Stop gaslighting the conversation into that bullshit.
I'm not gaslighting anything. I don't know why. Like,
Everyone fucking knows Earth's a ball.
They do.
Like, no, the fuck they don't.
yes, they fucking do. 99.9%
Really,
of
bro?
the population know it.
Brother, there's millions and millions of flat earthers. What are you talking about, bud?
Okay, well, they're dumb. So here,
Whatever.
thanks to the exceptional weather conditions, with the help also of a polarizing filter, was a huge satisfaction after previous attempts. So they failed previous attempts, sometimes collectively as well as individually. So this was definitely translated from French, I think. It's a little.
So let me ask you this.
So
Let me ask you this.
They waited for the perfect weather conditions to get that picture.
So if it was refraction, then that would mean that it was a form of a mirage, correct?
I mean, yeah, I guess technically, if you want to say
So
that.
technically, it wasn't the world's farthest picture taken
Why?
because it wasn't the actual picture. It was just a mirage. Like it wasn't the
Does
actual.
that mean they're not photographing the thing they're looking at? Just because
Well,
it's
then look-
optically altered?
Pretty
What
much.
is that? No, not pretty much. What a silly thing to say. Do you see the mountain? Just because the mountain has moved from refraction doesn't mean... So the sun is 10 minutes ahead of or behind where it actually is in reality, because it takes light to get here that long. You're still looking at the sun. Just because it optically hasn't caught up to itself, right? It's behind where it actually is. I mean, there's a million examples of that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, man, not really trying to go back and forth on this shit anymore. But yeah, that's cool.
Okay, well, I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's the reality of it.
What's up with the Pookie? What's up with the Pookie thing?
He's funny, man.
I seen that he debunked your video.
You think he debunked my video?
Nah, fuck that. I don't want to talk about Pookie, bro. Do you have any evidence of curvature, motion, or gravity, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my live. You can prove flat Earth.
All right, cool.
Give me
yeah,
anything. One fucking thing.
cool. Yeah, it's a globe beam, a globe face. If I have a piece of paper and I hold it horizontal, excuse me, no, I hold the piece of paper vertically, right?
Yeah.
And I move that piece of paper side to side,
I
left
have
and
a
right.
degree in aerospace engineering. Yeah.
That's perfect, man. I have a degree in fucking kick that ass, boy. You know why, Globey? I flat smack a lot, man. But check it. So if I move the piece of paper left and right, does the air above and below the paper move along with it, or independent of it?
What the hell did you just say about paper?
If I have a piece of paper and I hold it vertically and I move it side to side, right? Will the air above and below move independent of the paper or dependent of the paper, or only the air in the side of the paper?
Bruh,
Bruh, answer the question.
the paper's going to move the air.
Above and below it, or just the side?
Like everywhere around it.
Really?
Yeah. Less on top, but
Do you have a piece of paper that you
sure.
can show the live? Do you have a piece of paper?
No, you can provide your own evidence.
Dude, fuck off. I don't got no
You want me to
camera
take a
access,
piece
dude.
of paper and do this with it? This is what you want me to do? This is your flat earth evidence?
Dude, we're about to debunk your Coriolis, idiot.
we're
If
gonna
you actually had any
debunk-
brains,
we're
you would
de-
understand that.
Oh, you're debunking.
We're gonna debunk your Coriolis real quick, ready?
So let me go back to my scenes. Let me do.
Make yourself big box, dude. I want to see this experiment real quick.
Well, I am big box.
Well, I meant like your
this?
screen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Why? Oh, you want to see my
Well,
piece
just
of
so we
paper?
can see the example. I
Oh,
want
no,
to see
no,
what
no,
the.
no, I'm not showing you any piece of paper. So what you just did was try to deny the globe again.
No, there is no Coriolis. I'm about to debunk it real quick.
No, see, unfortunately, that's globe denial. Do
Really?
you
Do you
have
know-
flat Earth proof?
Well, I wouldn't have correspond in flat or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
sure.
No, those two things don't correlate. Those
Cool. So say you're scared. You don't want me to debunk the Coriolis. And sure, I'll talk about flat
Bro,
Earth.
I'm not 5. Reverse psychology doesn't work on me. Do you have flat Earth proof of anything other than globe denial?
Yeah. So you don't want me to debunk Coriolis. And sure, I'll give you some flat
right.
Earth evidence, brother.
Hold on, we're gonna do this. What's N, kid? Let's see. Blah, blah. What's N?
For refraction.
No, that's not me talking. That's the video. What's N? What does N1 mean? This is the other video.
Oh, you dude, is that our live from the
Yeah,
other night?
yeah.
Can you say? Oh, hold on,
What
are we-
riveting
are we-
means? Everybody here knows what riveting means.
Is that entire video on the YouTube, or
Of
did you
course
cut
it
it?
is.
Let's
Did you
cook 'em
cut it,
again,
or did you do the
Shan.
entire video?
I didn't cut anything.
Bro, can you send me?
No,
your
it's on
YouTube
my
links?
YouTube. Everybody here
Well,
can go.
I know, but what's your YouTube name? I don't know what your YouTube name is, dude.
I'll give you one guess.
Is it your username?
It's Globy McGlobeface.
All right, cool. No, that's chill, bro. I'm gonna clip that shit, and hopefully you didn't cut it. Did you cut it? You better not
I
cut that
didn't
shit.
cut anything. In
Cool, so
optics,
whoa,
the laws
whoa,
use
whoa,
ray
whoa, whoa,
tracing,
wait.
fractal
So
impact.
if you
Tell you what,
did-
I did go back and listen to it again.
So if you
yesterday.
didn't cut it, that means that I can technically prove you wrong when you lied about you changed your answer twice that the atmosphere is ice. First you said it's isotropic.
You can.
Then
You
then
can
you said
try
it's
to go
anisotropic.
do whatever you want. Go ahead. You can try.
All right,
to do
cool.
blah, blah, blah.
Dude,
The-
I would love to. Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
what I said during the live. Be careful what you take out of context because I have the whole thing.
I know, and you specifically
Right.
lied about what you said, but which is cool. So yeah, flat Earth proof,
Reading
right?
it here. It's right here. Can you read? Said this word. I win is not. That's pivoting. Oh, here.
No,
Here we go.
no.
Here we go. We got the pivoting
one.
part. Let's listen to it.
Read-
To attract and
many
completely
read them?
engross. Let's end. We'll go to the beginning.
Read-
To
For everybody on the live.
Yep. You said you didn't say pivoting was lying. Okay. So let's listen.
What? Go ahead.
You want to change your answer?
No. Wait, you said I claimed pivoting was lying?
Yes. And you said
Go ahead,
no.
play
I
the-
said
play the
pivoting.
video. Play the video.
Riveting
Right.
means everybody here knows what riveting means.
Yeah, want to go?
I can't tell who's talking anymore. All right, just you be quiet in real life.
I'm
and
not
then
even
we'll go-
talking, dude.
Okay, good. Well, you confused me because I'm hearing you over there, and you're okay. Sure.
No, you
We're on the
freaking
live?
ass monkey.
Let's cook him again, Shan. Let's cook him again. This is
Oh my God.
clip number 4. Clip
Oh my
number
God.
4.
Okay.
What does riveting mean?
definition of riveting?
To induce or to entice the conversation.
Yeah.
To completely exaggerate, dude.
You're riveting again.
What does it mean? What's the definition?
You were trying to say pivoting
No, what's the definition? What's the definition?
to
Read
join
it.
or fashion.
To make them.
Yeah.
The word that I said.
To attract and
How many
completely
read them?
engross
Read the number for. I like how he's skipping number 1. What does the number 1 say?
because they're talking about rivets.
No. What
To
does the
join
number
or
1 say?
fashion
Keep reading.
with rivets or rivets. Hold someone or something fast so as to make them
Okay.
incapable of movement.
All right, and read
Hold-
under that.
Riveting, holding something together.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Attract and completely engross someone.
Okay.
You're riveting.
Yeah. So
That
both-
means you're very entertaining. You're keeping me engrossed. You're very you're not boring. Opposite of boring.
No. So riveting is to induce or no. It's literally to induce or exaggerate. That's what it is.
No, it's not.
All right, bet. Let me
So
get my
when did I say
definition.
it's
1 second.
lying? So when did I say it was lying?
No,
Though?
in here. It's
on
fucking
Google.
not, bro.
Hey, go on
Just like you don't know what
dictionary.com.
isotropic
Go on,
means.
one second. Go on
and you-
dictionary.com. Go on dictionary.com real quick,
This is
Lovey.
fucking diction. I'm not doing this. It's 3 a.m.
Real quick.
Is Merriam-Webster's good enough for you?
Because originally I thought it was to change the conversation, but then I Googled it. Then it said to exaggerate or
That's
induce.
so initially you thought it was to change the conversation. You did think it was pivoting.
Yeah, I've been known that, dude.
Okay, so you thought it was pivoting. Now
Yeah,
it's riveting, but you
I've
still have riveting wrong.
learned that. Yeah, I've been learned that shit.
Okay, pivoting.
No, pivoting is to change the conversation.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not
pivoting
saying
is
that.
to change the conversation.
Riveting is to
Riveting means
to exaggerate a conversation or to be to
Nope.
literally be make it enticing.
yes, to make something attractive and enticing.
Yes,
Sure.
to hold the audience's
So when I say it's
attention.
lying,
That's literally
Lovey?
what it's for.
What you can be riveting to hold an audience's attention. Yeah.
It's to hold the audience's attention.
Yeah, it's not what you said before.
Yes, and you're lying. That's why I said you're riveting. You're lying to hold these little globe liquor bootlegs.
Riveting has nothing to do with
they should be
lying.
in bed.
It has nothing to do with lying.
No, but that's what you're using. Just a tactic. You're
No,
using
I'm
to keep
not.
your audience.
Dude, just
You're
you
lying.
can't
I
even use
literally just said no. I just literally just said no, but that's the way you were using it as a tactic to take the audience's attention to a different topic.
You said I was lying.
I literally just said no. You're using that tactic to take the audience attention. Bro, you're such a piece of shit, bro.
The fucking, I'm playing your audio. How am I a piece of shit? You said
Because
these things.
I literally said no. Play it again.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Just tell me.
Everyone does because you.
Induce or
That's
induce.
pivoting.
No. Pivoting is to change the conversation.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not
Pivoting
saying
is
that.
to change the conversation.
Riveting is to
Riveting
make it
means-
exaggerate a conversation or to be to
Nope.
literally be
It's not about.
make it enticing.
Yes, to make something attractive and enticing. It's not too exaggerated conversation, bro. Enticing,
Yes,
sure.
to hold the
You could exaggerate. You could make a conversation riveting by exaggerating something.
to hold the audience's attention. That's literally what it's for.
What you can be riveting to hold. I can't believe I'm back on a live again after midnight having the same conversation with you.
Bro,
What
it's literally
the
about
fuck
captivating. It's
am I doing?
captivating
Hold an audience's
audiences.
attention. Yeah.
It's to hold the audience's attention.
Yeah, it's not what you said before.
Yes, and you're lying. That's why I said you're riveting.
And you're lying. That's why I said you're riveting.
Yes, because but the way I said it was in context of you trying to take the audience attention to a different topic. But keep playing. I literally
That's
said
pivoting. You can't say I'm riveting, bro. I'm riveting the conversation. That's an
Oh, I guess,
improper
yeah, well,
way of using the
no.
word.
Yeah, but
That's
I didn't specifically say it's lying though. Keep playing it.
You're lying to hold these little globe liquor bootlegs.
Riveting has nothing to do with
they should be
lying.
in bed.
It has nothing to do with
No,
lying.
but that's what you're using. Just a
I
tactic.
say I
No,
acknowledge
Your
it
audience.
has nothing to do
Dude,
with
just
lying.
you
lying.
can't even admit you use the fucking
Who gives
word
a fuck?
wrong.
Who gives a fuck? Just tell me.
Everyone does
Wait,
because
go
you
back. Hold on,
can't
hold on,
speak
hold on,
English,
hold
but
on.
you've
Beginning
debunked
of the
all of
line.
science.
You're right.
Hey,
You're
Globby,
right.
get back to the part.
So what's N2 and N1 mean?
What's that, Globby? In the beginning.
What is N2 and then I just start muting you for fun.
That's so lame. Whatever. I guess that's a got you. Who gives a fuck?
It's not a
Boring.
got you, just like beyond, like you said you could admit when you're wrong, and then I brought up an example of you not
I
admitting.
literally still not wrong, you idiot. I literally said you said riveting is lying. Then I said no. I'm saying the way you're using it is a tactic to change to get the attention, the audience's attention, captivate their attention and shit, bro.
How many viewers does it say are in this thing right now for you?
70.
That's weird.
Why? What's your say? No, it says 68 now.
Yeah, the live says 68, but the chat window I have up says 511. But maybe that's, I don't know.
Are you on YouTube? Or is that the count
No,
of chats?
no, it's
Is that the
TikTok
count
Studio.
of comments?
It's
It might be
TikTok.
the comments.
It is
The number of comments.
It says viewers, total viewers 511, but maybe that's total over time. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Anyway,
Dude, hold on, dude. I'm glad you told me that because I'm gonna do the same thing. At least Peter McKinley, he did the same thing. He posted it, so I was able to make some cuts.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll make my own cuts. I'll show you the part where you lied, saying the atmosphere is ice. isotropic. Then you said it's not it's anisotropic. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Boring.
Yeah,
But let me
who
get
gives a
some
fuck?
flat
The
evidence.
point is, you can apply Snell's law to the atmosphere because
Yeah, well, I originally asked you about your fish tank, bro. That's your sugar water atmosphere that has a higher fucking refractive index of 0.073,
of
which
course it
is not
does. It's a
analogous
small
to the.
scale. Of course it does. I have to try to replicate refraction over a foot instead
Then why
of
the
60 miles. So of course the refractive index is going to be more than air.
bro? The refractive index over a foot is what in the atmosphere?
It's nothing, almost nothing. It's a zero. There's no
Then why the
refraction over a foot. You're
cool?
talking about miles and miles and miles
One
of
second, one second.
surface.
You just said over a foot in the atmosphere is close to zero,
Yeah.
but then you used a fish tank that had extreme refraction to invoke your point.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So I shrunk the, say, 70 miles or 59-mile observation to Chicago, right? From across Lake Michigan. To shrink that to a foot-long tank to try to replicate it, you have to increase the refractive index more than the air because I'm scaling it down.
Dude, you're gonna be my last debate on flat Earth, bro.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm done doing this. Shit is boring, bro. The Earth's flat. We're not space monkeys. I'm gonna move on.
All right. Well, I'm glad I was your last. It's kind of gross, but
You said it's kind of gross. What the fuck?
I don't know. It's kind of a weird way to put it, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get some flat Earth evidence. You wanted some flat Earth evidence, right?
Nah, I thought you were done. There is no
Yeah,
flat Earth evidence, bro. There's none.
Yeah, man. The sun speeds up in the southern hemisphere with an lemma.
No, it doesn't.
And on top of that, you guys don't even have a southern. The Sigma Octantis isn't even a fucking southern pole because it's only visible for 6 out of 12 of the months.
No, it's
They
not.
claim- yes, it is.
Okay. How?
Look up. Look.
How,
1 second. Look.
how,
Look
what
up.
should I look up? What should I look up?
Look up. Watch this. Hold on. Do me a favor though. If I'm right, bro, you gotta goddamn be like, damn, free. You're fucking smart.
If you're right, if Sigma Octantis is not over the South Pole and all year long from the Southern Hemisphere, I will delete my account.
Bro, first of all, it says it's not visible, ass monkey.
Well, what does that mean? Not visible? It's dim.
I mean,
it's a dim star.
No, it means it's only able to be seen 6 out of 12 months. And if you Google it, it actually says because it loses its brightness. I think it's because of the magnetic field creating a vortex sucking the plasma. But real quick, come on. So if
okay. Regardless of Sigma Octantis, there's a center point to the star rotation. That's where Sigma Octantis is. It's in the middle.
Brother, but Sigma Octantis isn't visible 12 months.
Does that mean it's not there? Are the stars not there because it's daytime?
Well, if the Sigma Octantis isn't visible.
It's not visible because it's a dim star. It's hard to see. You need a telescope to see it.
So if you can't always see it throughout all year round, then how is it considered a southern pole?
Because it's still there, even though it's too dim to see.
It's still there. We just can't see it, damn it.
You can't be serious, Free.
So Globie, or so this is my claim. It's not visible all year. You said it was. Cool, man. Let's do it. Is Sigma Octantis visible all year?
Yeah. So let's see. Well, you got to ask the right question.
Search up. Is Sigma Octantis visible all year?
No,
Come on,
see,
now
this
stop
is what you
trying
got.
to-
This is what you guys do. You manipulate the questions.
Oh my God! That's not manipulating. Stop,
it's
bro.
manipulating.
I specifically made that claim. Oh my God! You're such a lying piece of shit.
Is Polaris in the sky? Is Polaris visible all year?
Yes.
It's not during the day. It's too bright. It's too bright to see it because the star's dimmer than the sun, right?
Well, the fuck? We're talking about months. We're talking about months, you idiot.
It's the same things. It's the same thing,
it's not.
Free. Sigma
One's not
Octantis. Sigma
that's
Octantis
idiotic.
is not a bright star.
Brother, that's idiotic. Day compared to months is insanity.
Oh my God. Is
Sigma Octantis visible
Sigma
all year?
Octantis visible all year? Let's see what it says. I'll do exactly what you said. Yes, Sigma Octantis, Polaris Australis, the star in the constellation Octans, is visible all year round for observers
All right,
in the southern hemisphere.
bullshit. Yo, give me an
I
email.
guess I manipulated it. Maybe I
One second.
manipulated it.
Hold on. Give me an email because I'm gonna email you right now in front of during the.
I'm gonna clip that shit.
Clip it. That's
All
weird as fuck. Hold on. Now give me an email because I'm gonna send you my evidence that I read, so you don't think I'm a fucking joke, right? So give me an email or a phone number. I can text you right now.
Globy Mick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
No,
Everyone can email me. There you go, buddy. Send me all your emails, everybody.
What is it? So it's Globy McGlobeface?
It's globymcgf@gmail.com.
Let me see. I don't see your comment. Can you pin your comment? I don't see it.
I don't know if I can pin comments in this.
You know, guys, I'm not bullshitting, bro. It literally states that it's only visible for 6 months out of 12.
But you're wrong. But you're wrong. You're wrong. And you know why you're wrong? Because the South...
That's right.
Here, this is the South
Pin your
Social Poll.
fucking email. I'm not here to argue back and forth. Just pin your email, bro.
You should be here to argue. You see this? You see this
No,
screen?
okay, but dude, I'm not trying to go back and forth. It's 12 in the morning. Jesus Christ, dog. Just send me your fucking... Just pin the comments. I can read your email.
Bro. It's globymcgf. globymcgf @gmail.com.
Bro, can you fucking just pin it, dude?
Oh, fuck. No, I can't pin it. I can't pin it and fuck. There's no ability to pin in YouTube Studio on the PC.
You're on TikTok Live, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm in Live Studio.
That's even better. You should definitely pin it on the Live Studio.
Okay, well, I'm clicking on my comment and there's no pin option.
All right, whatever. Fuck, I'll just find it and take a screenshot. Hold on.
So I'm telling you, there's no fucking pin.
All right,
option.
fuck it. Can you fine? Re-comment it. All your fucking Globetards are spamming the shit.
It's not hard. globymcgf.
Is that it?
It blocked the comment. Why would it block my own?
So wait,
comment?
1 second. So it's globymcgf at what? Gmail?
Yeah.
All right, globymcgf.
Why are you not here to argue? By the way. All right, well, who is in the box? We got these guys.
Thanks, Globy. How are you, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I just want to ask the genius Free a question.
He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't answer questions, apparently.
Oh, I think he has answered this one, but I just want a clarification. Free, you there? You dumbass.
I would love him to tell me, since Sigma Octantis is right here, this little star here. It's not showing my pointer.
Hang on, I'll be back in 1 second.
That, oh god, and then backwards. It's the one right in the middle. Okay. Even if it's too dim to see some days, because it's a dim star, doesn't mean it's not there. The circles are always circling. Multi-guest. There was another guest. So this, and I'll just play it. This is a time lapse from Perth, Australia, of the South Pole.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
This right here is a star trail in the middle of Sigma Octantis.
So here it is, the same.
Okay. So whether you can see a star, I hate when flat earthers say this shit. Whether you can see it or not, because it's too dim, doesn't mean it's not there anymore.
Goes right through.
And the fact that there's circles
Jesus
still.
Christ, why do you have to add a bunch of fucking minions in here? Can we not just have 5 fucking seconds real quick, dude? Jesus, I had to go
Free.
your shit.
Free. I have a question for you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Hold on, Sal. Free. A second ago.
Can you check your email?
You're not
can you
here
check your email?
to argue.
Can you check your email?
So you literally.
Bro, I don't know why we can't just be two normal human beings, bro, having a fucking normal conversation, bro.
You left.
Oz already called me a fucking dumbass. He wasn't on here for more than 20 seconds. And then on top of that, bro, we're having a good conversation just fine.
I mean, we weren't. You said a second ago you weren't here to argue.
Hey, did you get my email or not? Did I send it to the right guy?
I don't know.
Is your email, does it got a gray username? Like a gray? Whenever you put someone's email in and then you press the next button, it'll tell you what color email it is, like either pink, orange, or gray.
Oh, he talks a lot.
What the hell are you talking about, bro?
Oz, bro, kill yourself, dog. Actually, bro, fuck.
What's your email? You don't want to tell me, probably.
I can give you my email, but I'm just saying, did you get my email or no?
I don't think so. Mace.
I said I did Globy MGC.
Globy MCGF.
Yes, that's what I did. Globy MCGF. That's what I did at gmail.com.
Guaranteed he didn't spell Globy right.
No, you wouldn't have.
It's not in my junk and it's not in my inbox, so I don't know, man. I got nothing. Sent, deleted, archive. Oh, wait. Here we go. Yeah, that's great proof. This is you?
Did you get it?
You want me to put this up on the screen?
Well, if I send it to the right email, sure.
This is someone else.
Why would you have sent it to the wrong one? Would it be spelling?
What's funny is I got emails from someone else in the chat, and it's just corn, straight corn.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah,
but
that's from Free.
Yeah, what's funny is they got my email address right and you didn't.
You attached the wrong file.
Wait. Somebody sent me corn, dog.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Hey, Free thinks that's a sin, dude. Free thinks corn is a sin.
Yeah, I think watching corn when you're married is kind of fucked up with your wife.
But he also,
someone's munching on a
also
balloon knot.
Kissing women is good. Is a good thing.
Yo,
to do.
you tell me someone sent you corn?
Yeah. It was cartoon corn too.
Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. Let me check again. Hold on.
Which I would expect nothing else if someone gives out their email
boy.
address to get just massive porn. Lots of pics. That was me. That was Tomovino, you son of a gun. I'm going to take a closer look at that later, by the way. You know he didn't.
Did you just say you're gonna take a closer look at it later, dog? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, dude?
Don't lie, Free. You're trying to get him to forward it, dude.
I'll forward this to you right now. What's your email? I know you want it.
Dude, do not fucking send me that shit, dog.
All right.
Did you get the? Dude, I sent it. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, bud.
Would that make you uncomfortable?
Okay, well, let me tell you, your source is fucking wrong. Whatever the hell bullshit you looked up is wrong.
Did you even look it up?
Yeah, I put in exactly what you asked. Is Sigma Octantis visible all year? Yes, it is. It came up right away, and the source is the Sky Live and Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's very faint, but you can see it.
Yeah, it's just dim. I think it's one of those ones that's hard to see with your naked eye a lot of the
time. It says its magnitude is 5.44, bro, and then it says
it's what is? Well, hang on. What did you call it? What is 5.44?
Its brightness magnitude is 5.44.
What was the word you used?
Magnitude, bro. Stop trying to get a gotcha. I'm not here to fucking belittle shit or get a gotcha. I'm just fucking tired.
Gotcha. He's just trying to get proper pronunciation. That's
Stop
not
being
a gotcha.
riveting. Stop being riveting,
pronunciation.
Guys. All right, so Sigma Octantis doesn't matter. Sigma Octantis is visible all year.
He wants you to grunt correctly, yes.
It is this Globy, star. Did you see this video before while you were gone?
Globy, can you fucking check your email? God damn it.
Can you just look at this? This is the star trails from the Southern Hemisphere.
You only looked at the corn videos, then you didn't even look for my email.
Why?
But regardless.
Why is this happening, Free, all year long?
Why is what happening? Why are the stars fucking moving?
That's the Southern
Around
Hemisphere.
The South Celestial Pole.
It's not all year though, dude.
Oh, 100. What do you mean it's not all year?
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, I'm seeing the star trail, yeah, but you don't see the actual pole all year.
The pole is not a star, Free.
Yeah, you see the center
of
that
circle?
circle?
Is a location.
It's like...
So Sigma Octantis is not visible all year. That's my claim, dude.
No, well, you're wrong.
Sigma Octantis is not the pole. Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? Oh, it's broke. Honestly, bro.
It's a star.
It's just
you don't have to have a star at the center to have the celestial pole.
It's the closest. It's just the closest star to the celestial.
Can you check
pole.
your emails, bro? Because I made a claim and you said you would delete your account.
All right,
you said you would delete.
All right, here it is. I got it.
You said if you don't fucking see it.
All right, before I read this, tell me what the first email address you tried was, because it was definitely a typo.
What are you talking? It was a typo.
Okay.
How about a spelling error? I'm gonna go with spelling error, not typo.
Even his keyboard can't spell.
I put an H on the first one, dude. I had to resend it.
All right, let's see if I can move this.
A Glahobi? Is that what you called him?
Try trying to move this over without giving out all my fucking info. You can't read that anyway, probably.
Probably not. What does it say?
Okay, it says, I don't know what you searched because I can't see it, but the top says half the year in Southern Hemisphere. That's all it says in blue.
That's not all it says. Read the entire thing.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know what you searched. I don't know what your search
Read the fucking paragraph.
It says Sigma Octantis, while technically the closest bright star to the southern celestial pole, which we just said, is only visible for half the year in the southern hemisphere due to its location and relative brightness. It is not a true pole star like Polaris in the north and is too faint to be consistently visible throughout the entire night.
Yeah, but free. As I said, you don't need a star to have
you
the pole
Googled
rotation,
from the northern hemisphere. You Googled in the
You
northern
know
hemisphere.
he did. You know he did.
That's exactly what you fucking Googled.
Hold on, guys. Everybody, hold on.
Globy said
right
that
under near it,
in the southern hemisphere was only was visible all year, but in the southern hemisphere it's only visible.
We can
for
get to the
6
bottom
months.
of this. We can get to the bottom of this. So right underneath it, it says gives you more detail. Okay, it says here's a more detailed explanation.
Yes, the magnitude is 5.22.
Position: Sigma Octantis is located slightly over a degree away from the south celestial pole. This means it is not directly at the pole like Polaris in the north, and its visibility depends on the observer's latitude and time of year. Great. And then it talks about its faintness. It's kind of a faint star. Seasonal visibility. While it's visible in the southern hemisphere for a significant portion of the year, its visibility is affected by seasonal changes. During the southern hemisphere's winter, June, August, it is at its highest point in the sky and can be more easily seen. However, during the southern hemisphere's summer, it is lower and is more, and it's cut off. It's going to say it's more hard to see.
Bro, I can tell you what I Googled, bro. Here, go on Google. I can tell you exactly what I Googled, bro.
Okay, but regardless, let's do that. Why didn't we just do that the first time?
I'm gonna be honest. Look up. What here? Let me see what I Googled just to verify it. Hold on. Pretty sure I said that it's Sigma Octantis visible all year, but here, let me verify it.
But Sigma Octantis does not dictate the south celestial pole. It can be any stars anywhere. You still have the center of the rotation, don't you?
Tell me what you Google. I want to look it up.
Am I on mute or something?
No, he's finding something on his computer, on his phone.
Fucking this guy, man.
So what's amazing, we can go to Stellarium and go there and just look and see that it's always there all year. These guys have they're so manipulative with the AI responses.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird to watch what's happening now with these AI responses.
Oh my god! Stop whining, and I can't even.
Because you guys will.
Globally, I can't. I try to look at the title, and it's not letting me. Just because it's a screenshot.
But you guys tweak what you want to say until you find the answer you want.
I specifically said something involving is Sigma Octantis.
You don't even remember what you Googled?
This was fucking weeks ago, bro. Shut the fuck up, Hope.
But still, you still don't know what you Googled to get that answer?
Well,
that's weird.
I checked the screenshot. I just sent him the screenshot. Half of it's missing, is it not, Globy?
Yeah, it's the only part we see is says half the year in southern hemisphere. So I'm guessing you wrote is Sigma Octantis visible half the year in southern hemisphere. See, what you did was
no. Google why. My bad. I think it was why. Google why is Sigma Octantis only visible half the year.
But see what that did? That's manipulating. You're manipulating the question.
I'm not manipulating, asshole. I'm saying why. It's a fact. It's only visible.
Okay, so Sigma Octantis. I got a different answer, but it's kind of similar. Okay, now this perfectly explains what's going on here, guys. Now watch this. Sigma Octantis, the current southern celestial pole star, is visible for only half the year in the southern hemisphere because it's not a circumpolar star like Polaris. So you're going to read this and you're going to go, fucking A, I got my fucking answer. I'm done. This is what I wanted, right? So this is the manipulation. That source is a fucking flat earth Reddit. Look right to the right. It says Reddit flat earth. Okay. So AI is pulling because it wants to answer the question you're asking specifically, and it only could find that in a flat Earth Reddit fucking substance.
Cool. Can you scroll down? Hold on. Press the arrow down. Go back. Go back.
This is the source, a flat Earth fucking Reddit, bro.
What are we debating about Sigma Octantis for anyway?
Go back real quick. Cool. I'll consider that. Cool. Can you press the down button? It says more.
Yeah, but these are the sources, right? If I click on the link, right?
Press the link. It'll give you more than one source. We'll go to Wikipedia.
Yeah. So you want me to go to Wikipedia? All right. Where's
Sure,
Wikipedia?
yeah.
Here, right here. Sigma Octantis. Sigma Octantis is the current southern pole star, whose counterpart is Polaris, the current North Star. To an observer in the southern hemisphere, Sigma Octantis appears almost motionless, and all the other stars in the southern sky appear to rotate around it. It is part of a small half-hexagon shape. It is a slightly more than a degree away from the true South Pole. The South Celestial Pole is moving away from it due to precession, blah, blah, blah.
What's that? That is the best part. Hold on. At a magnitude of 5.4, Sigma to naked eye, it makes it unsoluble. What does it say? You got some words.
It makes it unusable for navigation because it's dim, especially by comparison with a much brighter and more easily visible.
Well, let me ask you that. You know what? Hold on. Even if it's there, sure, that's cool. But can I ask you this? What's causing the brightness to leave for half a year?
It doesn't just leave for half a year. That's the point. You Googled something that was sourcing a flat Earth.
It does leave.
Reddit,
it does.
bro.
It gets so dim that it's unfucking known.
Its magnitude is plus 5.42. It's saying it right here. That's what it is. It doesn't dim for half the year and disappear.
It doesn't dim half the year.
No, you got that from a flat Earth fucking Reddit.
Yeah, Google. Oh yeah, bullshit. It doesn't. Google, bro. Even Globies told me that. Google that. Go ask Google that.
There's people in the chat right now who live there who actually take star trails who say they see it all year long. Ted takes star trails all year long. He sees it all year long.
1 second. So can you actually know this? I'm genuinely curious. Can you actually ask Google? Is Sigma Octantis does it like become less result of your eyes?
No,
we could bring Ted up here and he could show you personal star trails that he takes himself.
I'm
all
not
year
just
long.
So I just Google does Sigma Octantis disappear?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it myself because you're fucking crying. I'm not even trying to go back. I just
Googled
it.
But
free.
No,
I'm trying to
not disappear.
I'm trying to show you that what you're doing is trying to cherry pick. You're literally looking for something to confirm your bias. So when you look for certain titles of things and you Google it and you just accept what the AI tells you up front, you're not doing any type of research at all. Especially when you're not looking at your sources that are referencing a fucking flat Earth Reddit. You can't tell, and you did this the other day too. I had the screenshots from it. When you're talking about angular resolution, yeah, exactly. It's on my phone. You said angular resolution, right, can make an object disappear bottom up. And it's not the Earth's curvature, it's angular resolution. And you Googled it and you found the source that agreed with you. And that source was Shane from fucking YouTube, the guy who stole Walter Bislin's Earth curve model and created his own flat Earth model with it. It referenced Shane's fucking website.
Unbelievable.
That's not a source.
No, it's a globe. It states it's delta. It's delta. Well, I never heard of this fucking word, but I'll just spell it.
That's its pulsing. That's its pulsation. That's it pulses.
It just says delta school T variable.
But what's your issue with Sigma Octantis, Free? What's the problem?
Dude, I don't fucking know, dude. I was asking him why it was only visible for half of the year.
Well, it's not though. We've established that it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For 6 months.
All right, cool. You guys want a cookie? I mean, I concede. Don't give a fuck. That's cool. That's awesome. We both learned something. Man.
You should concede because there's a South Pole star, man, and it's over the South fucking pole, and it's only a South Pole if Earth's a globe.
I mean,
like that's this happens in the north, right around Polaris. This also happens in the south.
Cool. Now all you gotta do is prove that there's actually a curve, man.
Like, but why does this happen and also Polaris happens? They're two identical things happening in opposite directions.
That's
180
fine.
degrees.
At opposite ends of the world.
I don't know how that would work, dude.
It doesn't, though. That's the problem, right? You should let the evidence lead you to your conclusion.
Bro, so I'm not just gonna say no, it doesn't fucking know. What I'm gonna say is, hey man, you're right. That's a question. I don't know, but does that prove the ground? No.
Yes.
Yes, it does actually.
Jesus Christ, no, the fuck it does not.
It does. If it only happens in one location.
You want to talk about
Free? Hold on. It definitely proves there's a flaw in your thinking. That's for sure.
Hey, Globe, you want to talk about airplanes?
Hang on, no. I actually came up to ask you a question.
Globe denial, no.
Free?
It's not globe denial, idiot. I'm just saying airplanes prove
fucking
that.
Hell. You don't like questions, do you? You just ignore me.
Fuck you, Oz. I didn't come here for you idiot.
Yeah, okay. So, you brought up that question about the piece of paper earlier.
You fuck.
You brought up a question about the piece of paper you were holding.
It wasn't really like a...
I don't give a fuck. I didn't come here to talk to Saul's bitch ass. I came here to talk to Globey McGlobeface.
So, you're talking to me like you talk to women. Hey,
I talk to
so
you like
you're
I
holding
talk.
that piece of paper. You're talking that you hold that piece
I'm
of
not the
paper in
one
your
that
hand.
watches Pornhub, buddy. You might want to talk to your other
Yeah,
friends
neither
here.
do I. Hey, so you're holding that piece of paper in your hand, right, Free, and you fold it up into a small square. Does that
Yes, I
paper
understand. It
now?
doesn't change its fucking weight. I understand that, but I
You do? You're not
already
gonna bring
learned. Yeah.
it up again?
Hey, first of all, it does change its weight in a vacuum, asshole, just not in the
Oh,
atmosphere.
what the fuck? Are you in a vacuum?
What the fuck? I don't know.
You don't know if you're in a vacuum or not.
No, we're not. I'm just saying, technically, if you want to go to the
Fucking
subatomic,
shit.
hey,
Oh
Sal,
my
if you want to go to
god.
the subatomic fucking scale, you asshole, it does increase its weight in a vacuum.
What the
Why are y'all talking to each other like this?
Jesus.
Bro, because he's
Here.
fucking annoying, dude.
Free, check this out.
That
Check
that
this
was
out.
courtesy
just
of Hogan
screenshot it.
Radiation Free, by the way.
This is my screenshot.
No, I screenshotted this, but this is what you looked up the other day. It's the same exact scenario you just did. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I caught you talking in a live about angular resolution making boats disappear from the bottom up, and you searched for this, and you wrote something about can angular resolution cause objects to disappear bottom up. And the first thing that says is, yes, due to the limitations of angular resolution, distant objects appear to disappear from the bottom first, as the angle from the observer to the bottom becomes too shallow to resolve. Now, that sounds really official. That sounds really like you found the proof that angular resolution can make things disappear bottom up, right? But
that's a fact. That's not
a fact. That's not a fact. Your source,
Really?
again, right here, look at your source to the right. It's Obsidian Publish. This is angular resolution with our blah, blah, blah. This is from Shane's database. I don't know if you can read this. Let me zoom in. Shane's database. This effect is due to the limitations of our angular resolution of our eyesight. This is you know who Shane is from YouTube,
Hey,
the
scroll
flat
down.
earther?
Yeah, but scroll down though. Scroll down. You don't have to use that reference. You can use a different one. Who gives a fuck? Go scroll down and
No,
show
the
me
next
there's
one
more
down right
references.
here says it's because of curvature. The reason for this is literally because of curvature, it says, right?
Yes, keep scrolling down though, dude. That's cool.
Why? But that's the source
No,
you're reading. That's where it's getting it from.
Okay, I hear you. Fuck the AI. Scroll down and find an actual source.
There is no source. That's the point.
Really? Keep scrolling down. Let's see what happens.
Scroll down where is a screenshot.
Keep going. Oh, that's a
It's
screenshot.
reset overnight. You watch.
Is that my screenshot?
No, I saw what you Googled and I Googled it.
Oh.
I wasn't in the live. I just Googled it and saw that that your reference was a flat Earth reference.
Someone says scrolling down is chirp. I'm not chirping the fuck. I'm trying to see some more evidence.
No,
Free,
but
do you
this is
understand though that Free, do you understand by doing that you're doing what you accuse us of by living by a bias. You're not opening yourself up to all the information. You're taking the biased flat earth. You don't understand that?
I mean, it can come off like that, sure.
It's not that. He just showed you twice with your searches that you're bringing up flat earth Reddit stuff. Is that like, but you can't say that that's science. That's flat earth. That's not actually what science believes.
Well, if you want
or
to
goes by.
if you want to go by science goes by, then right, you don't have any fucking science either, Pope. Can you make water stick to a ball? No. Can you demonstrate gravity without a container? Can maintain a gas pressure?
Wait,
no.
you're gonna
Gravity
answer
without
for
a
me?
container?
Well, you can't answer for me.
We're globe denied.
And by the way, just so you dopes know, bro, gravity doesn't change the fucking direction the fucking gas's direction. I hope y'all know that.
So Ted right here is showing you his own footage of Sigma Octantis.
Yeah, we already passed that. I told you I don't know.
Well,
stop changing the subject.
You're actually wrong about the gas, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm not wrong, but does gas have
And
a
gravity
direction
doesn't need a
bias?
container either, Free.
Does gravity have a direction bias, Pope Madness, due to gravity? Excuse me,
Does
does
it have a
gas
container?
does gas have a direction bias, yes or no?
Yeah.
Sigma
No,
Octantis, night after night.
That's not
observable,
true. I can show you
repeatable.
5 articles right now, bro, that aren't fucking AI
Hold on,
reviews.
free. You gotta look at the big screen. Do you see this is Ted in the southern hemisphere taking star trails? That's not
Yeah,
Polaris.
no one said it doesn't happen. What I was saying is that I thought it's only visible for 6 months.
It's
No.
not. I can see it every night unless there's cloud. So
But
that's a load of shit.
But it
The
doesn't
stars
even
don't disappear
matter.
Bro,
for 6
your
months
own
down
Google
here,
says
Free.
it becomes less dim, you asshole. So I don't know why you act like I'm full of shit.
It
You
doesn't say
are.
that though. I googled it, Free. It doesn't say that at all.
It does say that.
No, it doesn't.
Bro, Roby just Googled it in front of you. What are you talking about?
I
It
just
literally
googled
says it becomes less bright.
Free. Okay, great. You can only
less
see it
bright.
3 months out of the year. Why is there two rotations in our sky?
Hey, are you guys fucking like medically disabled? I said I don't know 5 times.
Well,
It's because it's a fucking globe,
But we're
buddy.
telling you why. You won't accept it.
Don't you think you better work it
Yeah,
out?
I'm not gonna accept that we live
Okay,
in a
but
space
you
monkey
have
ball
to
because
admit
of the
that
sky.
the
You're right,
stars work on a spinning ball.
I
You
mean,
have
if
to
he says
admit
that,
the angle of the sun, the path of the sun, all of that works on a ball. All of it.
Well, I've got
I
the
mean,
perfect night to do it again tonight, and I'll be
I mean,
going
guys,
live
I don't have
again.
a fucking objection to a different perspective. So sure, yeah, but
You
if you live
should.
in a ball, it makes
But
sense.
again, you're not letting the evidence drive your conclusion.
It's not just perspective,
Brother,
Fred.
brother.
It's fact.
Just like I
Here we
just
go.
when I
Observable reality,
was a
Free.
glober, I thought the fucking distance of the sun and us orbiting the sun was the only way possible until I find out a local sun was possible. Just
So you
it's the
found
same,
out.
it's the same,
How'd you
it's
find
the
that
same
out, Free?
fucking principle, bro. It's
How
the
did
same
you find
principle.
that out?
No, someone told you that, right? But that's not true.
Of course, it's not true, Globy. Nothing's true to you. Do you probably believe in Katy Perry went to space like an idiot?
You believe Eric
I-
DeBay? What an idiot!
If you believe Katy Perry went to space, you're fucking dumb.
Why
If you believe,
didn't
if
she
you
go to
believe
space?
Eric DeBay
Hey,
told
hey,
you that
look up,
shit,
hey,
you're
look
full
up
of
the
shit
engineer. Hey,
too.
hey, one sec,
Yeah.
this is why. Hey, look up the engineer report for the Blue Origin. It literally says it needs a third party to open there's different parts of the rocket, but the part that they were in the capsule, it needs a third party to open it from the outside, not the inside.
No, literally, there's a handle literally on the inside of the door. You can see.
Hey,
Brother,
Globy,
brother,
I'm gonna
there's
drop.
not
I'm
supposed.
gonna
It's
drop
not
down.
supposed to be open from the inside. You can. It doesn't have to be the Blue Origin. You can look up any rockets. They're only open from the outside.
Globy, I'm gonna drop down. Can you bring Mech Engine up just real quick?
Why are you always gotta
please?
play cartoons in front of your live,
Thanks.
man? Come on,
So,
be real.
So this is a rectilinear lens on a rocket that set a world record, 300,000 feet. Private dude, not NASA.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's cool. How many miles is that?
56.
Like 62.
Cool. According to Neil deGrasse Tyson,
62
anything
or
under
something?
64, you don't see any curvature. So I guess someone's lying.
According to Neil deGrasse, that's weird that you have to invoke someone.
Isn't it crazy how a bunch
appeal
of
to authority of someone who's just saying words.
Isn't it crazy how every fucking
Free, do you know what
astrophysicist
he?
has different
Free,
answers?
do you know what he meant? Free, do you know what he meant when he said that?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he literally said that shit is flat.
Because he was meaning like looking down at the Earth, not looking over at the horizon. And when you look down at it, it's still
Oh my
flat
god,
until you
yeah.
get-
Now Pope Madness.
until
the
you
space
get out.
monkey-
Listen, let me finish.
No, bro.
Until you get out far, until you get out far enough to see it's round. That 150, the place where Baumgartner was, is you're not going to see that. But looking over the horizon, of course, there's curve. But looking
Brother.
straight down, it's still flat.
He actually picked up a
Brother,
globe and goes, he
he
was only
literally-
like a millimeter above the surface, is what he did, right?
He said he was one. No, he said he's 2 dimes above the surface of the beach ball.
You can't see the entire Earth from there. That's what he was talking about.
But he also said you don't see any curvature. He said it word for word. You don't see any curvature for that altitude. That shit is flat,
and he
word
was,
for word.
and
I'll play the video.
he's wrong. He wasn't talking about that.
He's wrong. The
Yeah.
astrophysicist is wrong.
Yeah,
He's your globe religion. He's in your globe
You
religion.
can
You know
be
that, right?
wrong.
and so he can't exaggerate something and be wrong
So
about it.
Pope Madness from TikTok and Globy McFucking Globe Face on TikTok are telling me that the astrophysicist that believes in the globe is wrong.
could
I
show
think
you a
you're
video where
appealing
he
to
says
authority.
Flat Earth. I could
I
show you a
think that
video
your fucking your guys' science contradicts and your own scientists contradict each other.
Okay.
When he made that statement, he wasn't thinking that flat earthers were going to run with it like it was a fucking absolute torch for the Olympics.
What he's saying
Where's
is
the-
look at my screen, Pope. What he's saying is that I'm sorry, Free. That looks flattish. It's curved, but it looks flattish. It certainly doesn't look like a picture of the globe from space with all this curvature, right? That's what he's talking about. Red Bull was exaggerating the curvature of Earth with fisheye lenses. That's 100% a fact. They also,
Why would they do that?
because they were trying to show more of the Earth with wide-angle lenses that lets you see more.
So it wasn't to make people believe in the ball?
No, it had nothing to do with proving Earth's a globe to anybody.
But do you know how many Globers use that fucking picture of globe proof?
Because it's up high, okay? But they shouldn't be using it because it's a fisheye lens, okay? I'll agree
Cool.
with
Tell
you. with
that, tell that to Fuzzy Bear. Tell that to fucking Globe Alliance,
Why?
and tell that to fucking what's his name, Because I brought that picture of my
Well,
fucking self, dog, and he told me it was real.
Hold on, Free. It doesn't mean there's not curve up there.
Oh
It
my
means
god!
those
Now,
hold on. It
now,
means
now
that
I understand.
evidence is skewed by bad lenses.
Right. And you can put the horizon through the center of a fisheye lens, and it's not distorted, so you can use it. But I wouldn't go look at the Earth this fisheye. If it's a fisheye, I would ignore it because I know you guys don't accept fisheye lenses. This is not a fisheye. This is an M12 rectilinear lens. It's not a fisheye, and you know.
Yeah, can you prove that?
Yeah, because it never warps. It never
No,
goes
can you
more.
prove it's that? Can you prove it's that's the camera that they're actually using?
Go back to the launch. Go back to the launch.
He tests 3 cameras.
Yeah, hey, was it a full video or was it clipped?
It's a full video.
Listen. Before it takes off, nothing is curved. Everything is as it should be on the ground before it takes off.
He tests 3 cameras, and this is the
And
one.
you said how many feet? How many feet did you say it was?
Was this 1 or 2, Globey? Was this 2 or 1?
What do you mean?
This is 1, isn't it?
How many feet?
This is Aftershock 1, I think. They only got 300 and something, I think, 350.
This was 298,000 miles. This one.
Oh, 298. There you go.
1 second. So how many? What was the altitude of that?
298,000 feet. 56
so
miles, 90 kilometers.
So when flat earthers show you 250,000 feet altitude weather balloons and there's no curvature, it's flat. What do you think?
First of all, they don't go that high, and second of all, they all have fisheye lenses.
Wait! You just said they don't go 250,000 feet. Is that your claim?
Balloons.
Really? Back that up.
Back what up? This is a rocket.
Back it up. You said weather balloons don't go that high. Back it up.
I've never seen one go that high. Have you?
Obviously, it'll be out of your fucking angular resolution limit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
would
challenge you to show me one balloon. I don't even care how high it is. One flat Earth observation from a balloon, and prove what lens they used.
I think Will Duffy's about to do that actually.
Hey,
he is.
130,000 feet is about where a weather balloon tops out. Yeah. There you go. Want me to screenshot and bring it up? I will, but I just read it. 130,000 feet.
That makes more sense. That's why most of them are about 100,000 feet when you see them online. And they all have fisheye lenses, and that's why you'll notice the horizon a lot of the times when the screenshots flat earthers use, it's slightly concave, just slightly concave, because that's where they like to pause the video. Those are fisheye lenses, and they'll never ever prove to you what lens they used in any of those videos. This one, they showed you the lens and proved it's not fisheye because it's not wobbling.
Yeah, it says 130,000 feet before they burst. So they obviously expand at that height, and that's about their limit.
If this was a fisheye, it would look like this.
Oh, you can make it fisheye?
No, not that one.
Oh.
All these flat earther videos.
That would actually be cool if you could apply a fisheye to one that is not.
I always love how Peppa Pig comes out. Well, I guess there's probably some software that you could do that with. I'm no expert in that. So this is the little piggy balloon fight. Flat earthers love to show this. They show it right here.
Yeah.
You can tell from the stick.
You're running to go get that, what you already just brought up.
He probably is. Probably let him come back and show it. And if you know, they always show this, and it's slightly concave.
I will say, yeah, that does not look curved at all. I can give that. It does not. Visually, it doesn't.
Yeah, it just
actually,
looks,
like you said, it looks concave.
And look, it's a little slightly concave. But all their videos of this, they max out at 4 minutes and something, right? If I scroll fast, you'll see why. Because I'm still at 4:52. It looks pretty flat. They all cut off right here. Well, my box is in the way, but yeah, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Because past this, the balloon pops. And once the balloon pops, you can obviously tell this is a fisheye. Because look at the wobble, right? Down below, it's all concave and convex, and that's what a fisheye does.
What is the purpose of fisheye? It's just to gather as much into the frame as you can, correct?
Yeah, it widens your field of view. That's it. But unfortunately, with widening the field of view,
you're sacrificing.
You get distortions. There's no way to widen it with that much without getting distortions. So the wider you make it, the more distorted there is until you get all the way to fisheye.
Oh yeah.
So
and it's below eye level too, huh?
But what's funny about even fisheye is if you look at the center frame of a fisheye shot, it's not distorted. Nothing in the center is distorted. You can get a perfectly straight line through the center of a fisheye lens. So even if it's a fisheye, if you pause it in the center, if you pause it just right where the horizon's mid frame, you'll see the natural shape of whatever that you're looking at is. But they always show this shit. And if you go back, you're like high altitude, flat Earth.
Wait, so Globy, so you're saying at 100?
Oh, look, here it is right here.
Wait, so you're saying at 186,000 feet, it shows flat on the weather balloon, but then you're claiming that you were at 300,000 feet with that rocket, and then it showed curve?
No, what I'm proving to you is that the flat Earth videos that are shown out here are always fisheye lenses. Like,
so that's why so you're claiming
like,
it's flat
because
it's a fisheye lens?
Like this one looks flat, right? This is a flat earther video, but it
Okay.
actually looks slightly concave if you look at it. It's not exactly. It doesn't even look flat. It looks like a slight smiley face. Okay, that's definitive
literally flat.
proof. Okay, yeah, but look at the poll. Like this video. This is called Little
Bro,
Piggy. Hold on.
put it on a graph. Take a screenshot and put it on a graph.
Yeah. You see this poll here? See the poll sticking out?
What poll?
Why it's not showing my cursor? Hold on. Display capture. Let me. Okay, capture cursor. See my cursor now? Okay. See this poll
Yeah.
here?
Like the P button is. You see that? Yeah, that right there.
What about it?
Okay. This is a balloon flight called Little Piggy. The flat earthers always cut it off at 4 minutes into the video. Because if you watch the longer clip, which is 17 minutes long, when the balloon pops, like right here, this is all the flat earthers show. It looks flattish, but it looks concave. It looks slightly concave. The balloon pops, and you can clearly tell it's a fisheye when the balloon pops right here. Because watch what happens to the horizon. That's a fisheye. That's how you know it's a fisheye.
Yeah. You're saying that's normal?
Fisheye
Now, are you on
concaves
a
horizontal
concave or
lines.
Are you on a flat Earth?
And
Because
it-
that's concave, buddy.
And it exaggerates curves in top frame. So when this goes to the top of the frame, it's going to look way too curved to be even for the Earth.
You got to be honest and say that's wobbling like a mother lover, dude.
Flat earthers will
Yeah,
never
I don't got
prove.
an answer for that. I don't got an answer for that. But
They'll never prove what kind of camera they used, and you'll
There,
notice.
that's all the curve right there. Look,
you know,
that's
all
curve.
I know, but all I gotta do respectfully is just ask one person, bro. And I promise you they'll have an answer. But I personally don't have one.
They don't. They don't.
Really?
Look,
I could
there's
literally-
no wobble here. You'll never.
You want to get daddy shit fingers in here? Call him up, dude. Get him in
No,
here.
no. I mean, I'm being I'm being honest. I personally don't fucking know the answer because or the reason behind it.
The
but-
reason is this is not a fisheye. That's why it's not wobbling, and this matches Earth's curvature expected at this height.
It's bullshit.
I know it's bullshit because you're fighting
It's
the
not
fucking truth.
It's not like he sat here and manipulated that. He's just explaining to you what is going on in that video.
1 second. You know you can even with a fisheye lens to make parallel lines curved. You know you can also make it appear to be flat at certain points, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
No. What I'm saying is, if Earth was flat, you can use a camera to make it appear like a globe, but at certain times it can appear to be flat.
Right, but I'm showing you an example of
You're
rectilinear
missing the
lens.
point, bro. What I'm saying is, it could still be a bullshit camera
Okay,
lens.
so if this was a flat Earth, then at different parts of the frame of the shot, it would be curving at different rates. If this was the lens making a flat Earth look curved, it wouldn't look the same curve all the way around. Because fisheyes don't do that. They make it more curved at the top and they concave at the bottom. That's the point.
Dude, I'm tired as fuck, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just say I don't know, dude.
First a glow. I mean, that's what. I mean, enjoy your dating game career. Hopefully that works out for you.
You're such a dick,
Because
dog.
there's a glow.
Fuck you, dude. No.
Trying to shift content. I see you trying to shift content too, and it's not a bad play, dude. Good job.
It's not bad. Not bad.
No, what it is, I'm just trying to get him banned, dude. I'm trying to go back and forth with these globe heads.
Well, dude, going harder at us isn't going to help that.
Well, clearly, yeah, I'm learning that. The fuck?
I just wish one of you would take evidence and actually apply it to reality, and then come to your conclusion. That's all.
Dude.
All we ever ask, instead of globe
Hey,
denying. Look at the evidence.
I do got some evidence of fuck up the moon mission.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Hey, check it out. I got a homeboy who I'm gonna send you his video. I can email it to you now, actually. So what he did was he had a big ass box. It was glass, and inside of the glass there was a little hole cut out, and then with that hole there was a glove, but the glove was sealed, so someone can put their hand inside the box, technically, right? You know what I'm saying? And then what he did was he created it to become a vacuum, and when he created a vacuum, bro, he wasn't even able to move his fingers because of the pressure. And then that kind of contradicts the movement that the astronauts are claiming to be able to make in a vacuum, or a closed vacuum. So that kind of contradicts the movement.
I'm gonna say it doesn't. Send it to me. Let's take a look.
I will. Hold on. Actually, matter of fact, is it this account? I'm not sure which TikTok account I was using when I watched it, but I'll look it up. But yeah, I'll email it to you. I thought it was kind of weird because he was just experiencing this. He wasn't trying to prove flat Earth was a globe.
I'll tell you exactly what was happening. I think I've seen that video. So it was a box. I was half listening. I'll be honest. It was a box that a vacuum was in, and one side of the vacuum was a glove hand, right?
Exactly.
So he could stick his hand in. Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
So what happened was when he sucked all the air out, it collapsed the glove.
No, it didn't collapse the glove. No, he wasn't even able to move his fingers even an inch. He wasn't able to snap his fingers at all or anything.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's true, dude. Vacuum. It doesn't take a lot of vacuum to make it. It was tight. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying, but
it wouldn't be tight around his hand though. The glove should be pressurized by the atmosphere.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The glove was open to the atmosphere, right?
No, what the fuck?
No, it's Globy. It's like a sandblaster box.
So his wrist was like sealed.
Exactly. Yeah. The wrist was inside of the box.
Okay.
So it was sealed.
And what was the pressure inside the glove?
I'm not sure, but it definitely wasn't fucking the PSI of space. That's for sure.
You're right, but the astronaut suits are pressurized. That's why they can move in them.
What do you mean they were pressurized? You mean like
they're pressurized? There's air inside. There's pressure inside the suit. It's pressurized, like a balloon.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like 3 psi or something. 3 to 6 psi, something like that. 3 to 6 psi. That's it. So
it's much easier.
3 psi.
Yeah, there might be a vacuum around them, but they're just.
Dude, I'm not sure. That's a good question, but I gotta rewatch that video. I'm pretty sure he didn't have any air in it though.
Free. Do you know you can buy vacuum chambers and a vacuum pump for like not a lot of money? You do HVAC. You can get a little vacuum chamber and a little fucking pump for nothing and do little experiments if you want. It's not even. $100 you could probably get it something like that. You know what I mean?
Flat earthers always say too, like that's proof they weren't like they make fun of them because of this video of them not being able to bend down and pick shit up, and like they look like they're like struggling to move. Like they don't understand that the suits are essentially balloons. They're inflated hard, like picture like a fun when they're making those balloon animals, right? Those long balloons. That's essentially what it was.
And there's like 3 or 4 layers.
Try bending one of those, right? Right.
Or like those inflatable Halloween costumes, like the dinosaur inflatable Halloween costume. Watch somebody move around in those. They don't move around normal.
Yeah, the whole suit had a sleeves of inflated, pressurized balloons in them.
EVAs are.
No, that's true. No, you're right though. I don't think he had any. I don't think it was pressurized inside the glove.
No.
Globy, you should pull up a Varda reentry. I don't know if you've seen that video before.
Which one?
So there's this company Varda that we launch.
Is that it? Oh, no? That's a different video, but that's kind of real.
I think
that's not the same one. Yeah, that guy's using duct tape. That shit's horrible installation.
He's trying different materials. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you.
Looks like he's trying to pressurize it.
Looks like he's just messing around.
Yeah, literally you're just fucking with it, dog.
Yeah, but you have to understand that there is a reason why spacesuits are made the way they are.
Hold on. Can you pull up TikTok on that computer?
Yeah.
Do you want to just search it up on TikTok? I mean, I'm sure you'll find a reference right there.
To what?
I guess just look up hand and glove and hand and vacuum or some shit. I don't know. Fuck, I should have took a screenshot of that.
This looks like the one we were just watching.
It might have been wasn't that one?
Bro, you got mathematics on here, dude. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Is this flat Earth proof? What are you doing here?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. So he sucked the air out. So the glove is trying to expand, which makes sense because it's open to the atmosphere. And then he puts his hand. This is it. And he puts his hand in, and he can barely move, which makes sense because it's 14.
How is it open? How is it open to the atmosphere? What are you talking about?
Because he sealed the top. So
yeah, it's open. Okay, Free. Do you understand what open to atmosphere is?
Well, how is it closed?
Okay.
It's sealed.
That would be your sealed container that you flat earthers talk about. That glove is sealed around the top, but the inside of that glove still has atmospheric pressure in it. Not the front side of the glove is what's under vacuum. The thing that's free to your hand, the thing that's free to your hand is still open to atmospheric pressure because it's open to the air. That's what he's saying. You get that?
Yeah, and another thing that you have to take into account when they do spacewalks, their suits are not pressurized to the sea level atmosphere either. So they have as low pressure as possible, just in order to minimize the strain on the material.
Yeah, I think it was about 5%. So you see the hole here. He just put the glove in the hole and left the end of the glove open. So that the atmosphere was getting inside the glove. And then when he sucked the air out, the glove expands. And the glove is pressurized by 14 psi. And he sticks his hand in there, and it's hard to move, which makes sense. It's 14 psi.
Yeah. That's just not the video I was referencing, but yeah, for this video, yeah. The video I was referencing, I think the guy was using I'm gonna be honest, that might fucking be the video. I don't even remember.
That was the video. That's the only one I'm seeing come up on
Really?
TikTok.
Oh, then yeah, shit. Then yeah, it's probably was fucking it then, damn it. Oh no, wait, no, it wasn't that one. No, I know it was a blue glove though. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that was a blue glove.
Shit.
Oh, man, so that was the one you came with, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, unless you want to talk about the ground, dude, there's definitely no curvature. That's for sure.
Well, I have a question. So, you like to say that we have to have water stick to a ball. So for the flat Earth, can you get water to stick to a flat Earth model held upside down?
Why would it be upside down?
Because you're just using gravity to keep the water on. If the flat Earth model is supposed to prove that the water will stick to it, then it should be able to stick to it upside down, right?
Why would it be upside down? It is contained by the Arctic wall.
Because you're just using gravity to keep it within the ice wall.
What the fuck? We don't believe in gravity. What is this guy talking about?
Yeah, exactly. You don't understand this shit.
Don't know.
Dude, your question was fucking... What the fuck was the question?
Okay. The reason he couldn't move his hand much in there is because they put duct tape around it to keep the glove from expanding.
Yeah, that too. It looked like it was ripping. It was trying to...
Yeah, so they had to put duct tape around it so it wouldn't freaking explode the glove.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Duct tape around it's gonna make your hand harder to
Dude,
move.
I just saw a couple of friends that reposted it. So I mean, just thinking about it, but
yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, hold on, Pi, what was your question?
Okay, so you say that water is just held to flat Earth, right? And it's not gravity.
Okay.
So if you want water to stick to the ball, then why can't you guys reproduce water sticking to a flat Earth held any direction?
Held at any direction?
Yeah. Why can't you hold it upside down and the water still stick to flat Earth?
Why the fuck? Because we're not living upside down. What are you talking about?
How do you know?
Because we're not on the ball.
What's upside down on flat Earth?
I'm fucking
Like,
no, dude. That's God. The fuck?
Do you not understand that you can't get water to stick to flat Earth either?
Hey, Pi, do you understand you can't have any water with depth of 4 millimeters without a container?
What does that
So-
have anything?
Yeah, that's
You want
So,
some?
yeah.
Do any of you sausage links want to show me water 4
So,
millimeters?
That's
so
also
you're just
not
going
true
to,
with zero gravity.
well, hold on, you're just going to the globe denial now. So
No, I'm
where's
fucking
the
not.
flat
I'm
Earth
saying
evidence?
that, bro.
I'll
Fluid
show you.
statics,
Yeah.
hydrostatic engineer, fluid dynamics, fluid kinematics, bro, fluid mechanics, all state that it needs a container, bro. Anything over
Nope.
4
Wait,
millimeters.
really? Can I jump in here really quickly? So I do
Yeah.
fluid dynamics at work. Free. Can you send me a fluid dynamics text that you're using as a reference here?
Yeah, I could, but I don't got any camera access.
Yeah, just what's the name of it? What's the author and title?
The author and title for what?
Why don't you ever bring your accounts that have
All right,
camera access?
Hold on. Is this
Because
bigger
all you
than?
fucking idiots freaking blocked me, dude. I mean,
Is-
get me reported.
Is this bigger than 4 millimeters?
Oh my fucking god! Now I gotta believe in space.
Yeah, that's bigger than 4
So,
millimeters.
so
This is
Applejack,
fuck.
regarding the blocking, I mean, when you call people idiots and fucking
Hey,
and all the
hold
other
on,
words
Globy,
that
I
you are
hope you know,
using,
bro. I hope you know,
and you
bro.
are
I'm talking
asking
about on the
people why are
surface.
you getting blocked. So
On the
please be
surface.
cordial and don't use F words.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Bernard.
Why would
Don't
it?
call people idiots
Dude,
and stuff
Free,
like that,
how are
and
you
you won't be
saying that? What
blocked.
is this to you? Is this just fake? Is
Why-
this just
No,
all
no.
just like,
Yes,
what is this?
obviously this is fake.
So it
But
only
look,
needs a container when it's on the surface. Is that
But
what
one
you're
second,
saying?
Globy. So yes, on the surface, do you agree that there's gravity on the surface?
There's gravity everywhere. There's gravity right here.
Cool. So on the surface, right? Water on the
Mm-hmm.
surface, which is 74% of Earth, needs a container.
No, it needs gravity.
Can you
to
give us
hold it
a?
down.
Can you give
Cool.
us
Then can you
physics?
demonstrate water over 4 millimeters using
Yeah.
gravity without a container? And on the surface, come on now.
That's
How
an-
fucking
that's an-
Applejack,
Sure.
can I ask you a question
It's an
since you were
irrelevant
talking about the
objection.
fluid
Bro,
Irrelevant
mechanics and
how
stuff like
objection.
fucking
that?
disingenuous. Now I gotta
Why
believe in
can't
space.
why can't you do that? Why can't you do that using electrostatics?
Why can't I do what using electrostatics?
Be over 4 millimeters.
Why can't I use electrostatics?
I want to know how you CGI
Like
a
why-
camera
like
Yeah,
guy.
look
why-
how sticky
Well,
that is. First of all, let's appreciate how fucking cool this is.
I know
not
it's
too, but
amazing.
look how many cameras are on this. You got a camera in the water, on the camera guy, on
Look,
the water,
this is
on
from
the
inside
camera,
the
on
bowl,
the camera guy.
bubble.
Like, holy shit, man! How many angles do you want this to be at?
By the way, I pulled up a fluid dynamics text. It unfortunately does not agree with Free. If anyone's
Nothing
interested
agrees
in
with
what
Free.
it says.
Free don't agree with Free.
Oh, he's
That must
Googling.
be a fisheye lens on that camera inside that water.
I just don't know how you replicate this with either CGI or effects or anything. Good fucking luck.
Well, the water will create fish islands just by being in there due to the refraction.
Globy, you
I
should
mean,
bring up,
that's
you should
why
bring
it's
up-
called fish islands.
you should bring up
You know that.
Varda's.
What should I bring up?
Never mind.
Varda's reentry video. It's one of our customers that we do
Varda?
spacecraft operations for. Yeah, just Varda reentry. That one, yeah. It's a fun little guy.
Oh,
Well, it's pretty
I've
good
posted
CGI,
this
though.
before. Yeah, I've posted.
Oh, really?
this
Yeah. So they
before.
do crystal manufacturing in like the space environment. So we just like launch and do the GNC for their third
Free,
one right now. Actually,
where'd you go?
what'd you say?
I don't know who he's talking to.
Free's missing it.
Oh,
He's getting uploads of his script.
he's getting live downloads.
No, dude, I was trying to find a reference or citation or whatever.
Well, Applejack, can I ask you a simple question? Do you know how airplanes fly?
Wait 1 second, QFT, are you fucking telling me that fluid statics doesn't state water needs a container? Is that what you?
Yeah, here
what the
I
fuck-
have a fluid dynamics text up.
Yeah, hey, real quick, highlight the part where it states that water doesn't need a container.
So this is Lautrup's continuum mechanics. It's actually the text that I use for my like grad fluid dynamics.
Then
course.
ask, bro. Can you just
There's
highlight it?
there's a cool sentence right here. The Earth as a whole is spherical, and so
Jesus
is
Christ.
It's kind of
That's
weird.
that's bias as fuck. Can you show me something just talking about fluid statics, not the shape of the Earth? Telling
Hey,
me
shut up and let
It
me
doesn't
read
prove
the
the globe.
sentence.
This is a fluid dynamics text. What
Bro,
text can I use for you?
I might be honest, QFT. I can show you like 10 fucking like either from I think it was Harvard, bro, or fucking Ohio
Ohio University or some shit stating it literally needs a container, bro.
Cool. Send us a fluid dynamics text right now. Globy can pull it up. What's the author?
Cool. So I'm gonna tell you that water needs a container. Sure, I got you.
Yeah. What's the author?
Applejack, can I ask you another question before you deviate again? Since you were deviating all the time, I guess I'll wait until he comes back. And this was regarding the pressure without the container.
Yeah, I mean, fluid statics is literally the study of fluid.
Or we
Fluids
could talk
at rest,
about how-
right? It has nothing to do with containers.
Or we could talk about how this camera in the forefront is not distorted whatsoever, and there's a large amount of curve in the background, or not.
I mean, we could. This was the cool part. Audio.
No, that's the entry, right?
Farts?
Sounds like popcorn.
Smells like burnt steak.
So there's a second video of this, although it's not as extensive. But we have a third reentry for their third.
What do you mean by gym making? What are you like? What details on that? Can we a little?
On what?
Say what?
What did you say you're doing up there? What are they
Oh
doing
yeah, so
up there?
Varda's like a manufacturing company, and so I don't really understand the details of their payload in depth, but I guess there are like benefits to the space environment for manufacturing like master crystals to like spawn more crystals from them. Like so they manufacture crystals in
like
space,
seed.
essentially.
Hold on, so they're up there making seed crystals.
Pretty much, and they bring them down.
That's
and
cool. So they're. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's like the weirdest space application I've seen.
Yeah, but there is kind of a benefit of microgravity in certain applications, especially in crystal growth and stuff like that, because you don't get any impurities and, micro cracks that you get when you do it.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
In the
like,
presence of
business area.
external force like gravity.
Hey Fred, you want to come up here and debate? We'll all leave. We would love to watch that.
Yeah, no, guys. For those asking, I did not pop
You
this
said
live
Fred?
on YouTube.
So, Applejack, can I ask you now a simple question when you came back? How do airplanes fly?
Bro, you just got mad at me for staying off topic. You're trying to change the topic.
No. I'm talking about the pressure. So, how do airplanes fly? Can you give me just a simple answer? One simple sentence.
Yeah, man. Airplanes have gyroscopes and altitude indicators.
No, I don't know. I'm asking, what keeps them up in the air? Why don't they fall down?
Why don't they? Because why do
Because-
the airplanes not fall down?
What keeps them in the air?
Because of the air? What are you talking about?
Well, since you're avoiding the question, I will answer to you. The pressure keeps the airplanes in the air. So you have this thing called airfoils, and the differential pressure between the upper and the lower side of the airfoil. So there you have your. Just a second. Shut up. You get your chance. There you have your pressure without the container. Wing is not a container, and the difference in pressure keeps the airplane in the air. Thank you very much.
No one gives a fuck about how the airplanes in the air. What I said is
That's the
airplanes prove
pressure
that
without
you live on a flat
container.
Earth.
Pressure without container.
Bro, that doesn't
Thank
prove
you
there's
very
no
much.
firmament. What are you talking about?
That's the pressure without container. So thank you. You can thank me later. Don't have to thank me now.
Bro, airplanes literally fly over a flat plane, dude.
One of the problems that you'll have with flight dynamics is that
Free.
one
Do you
of
want me
the
to straw
dominating-
man that one for you? Free planer.
Bro, how many times? How many?
You know what the
fucking
OG?
times-
Hold on.
That's the
Free,
pressure
I'm gonna-
without container. Thank you
I'm
very
gonna help
much.
you with this. Free. I'm gonna help you with this.
Hold on. Why the fuck are we changing topics? We're talking
We're
about fluid
not.
statics.
I'm gonna help you with
QF2
it. Hey,
That's
QF2
what
stated
in this
a
case it's fluid
container for
dynamics
water.
actually.
Let
Bro,
me
it's fluid
straw.
mechanics.
Free. Let me strawman this. How do I know this better than you? Hey, planer. Flat Earth answer would be, we're in the container. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Oh yeah, the
Being
globe
there,
answer
done
is, yeah,
that.
there's a space, there's space. Thanks for playing. Like, what the fuck? The difference?
Because there you have pressure without the
Hey, Plenar,
container
if
that
you-
is
hey, Plenar,
sustained
1
for
second, brother.
hours.
Hey, Plenar, if you're on an airplane going 500 miles per hour from the north to the south pole, buddy, is your altitude?
Well,
indicator
again, you are
gonna be-
deflecting. You have pressure
You shut the
without
fuck up,
container
bro. I'm asking a
sustained for
question, bro. You
hours.
already
That's what
said
keeps
your dumb
airplane
shit.
in the air.
You already said your
Thank you
dumb
very
shit, bro.
much.
Let me ask you a question.
Cool. You want a cookie? I can see it. I don't care. So Planar.
Are you going to deflect again, or are you going to acknowledge what I said?
I already acknowledge it, you idiots. Fucking biscuit, bro. I swear. If you're going 500 miles per hour from the North to South Pole.
So you're deflecting again. Thank you very much. So what did
Oh
you acknowledge?
my god, I already
that you are an
conceded.
idiot?
Shut the fuck up, you incompetent.
All
Oh my
right,
god,
behave,
So you
guys.
have acknowledged that you're an idiot.
bro, can you tell this fucking moron to shut up so I can finish a sentence for 5 seconds, bro?
All right, Planar, he's not going to answer that one, so let's move on.
It wasn't a question. He made a statement. It wasn't a fucking question.
I tried to ask you a question. You kept avoiding.
The question was what keeps airplanes in the fucking air?
Yep. And your
And I
answer
already
is?
answered that.
What's your answer?
What's keeping an airplane in the air is lift, bro. What do you mean, what's the answer?
Yeah, and what creates lift?
Fucking changing for the would literally be air under the wings.
So why don't airplanes stick to the ground if there is air under the wings? I mean, there is air under the wings even when they're on the ground. What keeps them in the air?
Well, first of all, it's not just air under its wings. When you're increasing your speed, bro, it creates. First of all, you don't have lift stationary. What the fuck are you talking about?
It creates what?
1 second.
Go
Did you
ahead.
say you have? 1 second. Did you just say you have lift when you're stationary? Are you fucking dumb?
No. You claim stuff that
No,
are
you're
all
fucking
the,
dumb.
all
You just
the
said
other
you
stuff
just
that
said
don't
there's
lift.
you just said there's air on the
No,
ground.
no,
Why
no,
the
no,
fuck is it on the ground?
no. You said that there are air under the wings when you were explaining lift, and there is
No, I
air under
said
the
no.
wings
I said you
when
create
the
lift.
airplanes stay on the ground as well, right?
I said you
So
create
what is
lift
lift?
when.
What is lift?
Yeah, when you freaking have the air pushing opposite direction on the bottom of the plane.
Yeah, that's correct. So there you have a
Changing
difference
pressure.
in pressure without container. Thank you very much.
It doesn't prove it on a container,
Well,
bro.
There is a difference in pressure above the wings
That's
and
not
below
just
the
proving
wings,
the
and you don't
firmament,
have a
bro.
container there.
That's
Thank you
not
very
just
much.
proving the firmament. Jesus Christ, this guy's annoying.
These videos just prove
That
firm.
that disproves that you can have a pressure without a
Write that one in
container.
the
You can have
dictionary.
pressure
Hey,
difference with
brother,
container.
It's
you claim
firmament.
to have a
Firmament.
vacuum.
Not
You claim to have a
firmament. Firmament.
what?
It's firmament.
Well, welcome to the globe side, Applejack. You just made the first transition. You will have few more.
Brother, first of all, you guys claim you have an open vacuum that's infinite next to a pressure gradient, which contradicts. First of all,
No
I'll
one
give
claims
you,
infinite vacuum.
bro. I'll give you the thesis that gravity is even real in this scenario, bro.
No one
Fuck it.
claimed infinite vacuum. The only thing that I heard from you is
free.
infinite vacuum.
Hey,
This
really?
is
Really?
actually
So
the
space
first
is.
thing
Wait,
that
1 second. So space is an infinite planar?
So the
that's
claim
your
is
claim. That's
okay.
only your claim. I never heard it from anyone
Is
else
space
apart from Flat
infinite?
Earther.
Is space infinite?
It's not known.
Okay.
Well, that's your claim.
I'm fucking asking you.
So
God damn, I'm not making any claims. Is space infinite? Yes or no?
You guys
Pope?
are like way hungry. Like
Pope, let me
Hold on.
ask you, Pope, let me ask you, because he's fucking incompetent. Is space infinite, Pope?
Well, if we're talking
I
about
don't. I
space,
think
are we
that's
going
kind
to
of
talk
a.
about
Hold on,
metric
stop,
spaces and
guys,
stuff like
guys,
that as
chill,
well?
chill. Hold on, man. I think that's a bit of a loaded question, Free.
So it's just a yes or no, brother.
It isn't a yes or no.
I think space is infinite, but I think he's talking about this. The vacuum is not infinitely strong, like infinite. Crazy. I think that's maybe the confusion. That's how I'm taking it. Anyway.
Bro, Globe, if you actually look into the cosmological constant, bro, they claim that the harmonic oscillations magnitude of the vacuum density is off 122 magnitudes. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
By the
So,
way,
so
really quickly,
Hold on, time out. What is a harmonic oscillation? Free.
I was gonna ask that. It's
Bro,
oscillation, by the way.
I'm not.
What is
First
it?
of all, I'm not y'all's
What is
bitches,
it?
bro. I
You-
made a
all
claim
you
based off of
do-
your
Well, you're
religion.
just,
All
you're
you
just
do-
repeating what you heard from Gene.
You repeat what you
That's
heard.
not
That's
from
why
Gene. What the fuck are you talking about? There's
why
Yeah,
literally
you
a thing
heard
called
it
a
from Gene. You're
cosmological.
not smart enough to find out about yourself.
What does
Look up
what
the
does that mean?
bro.
then?
Why do you guys
What
always
what
try
does
to
it
like
mean?
ridicule? Like,
What-
shut the
what
fuck
does it
up.
mean
We're having a
then,
normal
Free?
conversation, bro.
What does it mean, Free?
Bro, Globy, why do you do this
Thank
every
you.
time we have a normal
Exactly.
conversation? You add your
If
minions,
I
bro.
can, Free, if I can
Because you're
clarify.
deflecting all the time. Instead of
I'm
acknowledging
deflecting
that
all
you
the
can
time.
have a
Hey, Planar.
differential pressure
I gave you
without
like
container.
I gave you like 2 hours. I don't know. Invite your friends up. I don't want this. I want your friends in here. Where
By
are
the
they?
way-
You don't want this?
Fred's
Bro,
in the
there is
chat.
no
He
Fred.
won't come up.
Yeah, Fred's not gonna come out because
I'll clear
'Cause
the
I
panel
don't-
for Fred and you. Just Fred and you versus me. He won't do it.
He's not gonna come up, bro.
I know he won't because he doesn't have a mod power here.
Yeah, I know. But 1 second. So what I'm asking Pope, what I'm saying is, so is
I'm just
space
saying, I don't
infinite?
want this.
So
Either.
I got two different answers. I got two different
something
answers.
better. Here's something to get better to the bottom of. Can we get to an understanding that there is no such thing as negative pressure?
No, but there isn't such thing as low pressure.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
okay.
Yes, we can go together on that. There is low pressure, but when you say vacuum, it's only a vacuum compared to Earth's pressure, right?
Correct. Which create a freaking low pressure.
Okay, so
system.
there's no such thing as negative, and there's even no such thing as zero, right?
I mean, there is. It's just not. We haven't done it.
And
Well, no.
the Earth's claim is there's low pressure next to low pressure, not there's high pressure next to vacuum. It's there's low pressure next to low pressure.
Who's the
So
one
you need to get the
talking
claim
right
right.
I'm not sure.
Who's the one? Who?
Pi.
Pi rate.
Well, well, first of all, that's not my fucking claim. I don't believe in space, and
I know,
it's,
but that's what you're saying. Our claim is, and you have our claim wrong.
so you're telling me you
I'm
don't
correcting.
believe that you have so you're telling me you don't believe in a vacuum next to an atmospheric
No,
system?
because we have a gradient that goes up. Yet you guys can see that, but yet you say we have high to low pressure, and that's not the case. It goes
Well,
up
man,
to
it's-
zero as it goes up.
Cool.
Or
So if it
zero,
goes,
zero as far as Earth's pressure, zero.
so if what's causing it for the rest? So 1 second. So if it goes up to zero, what's keeping the rest of the gases that are not zero from entering zero?
Distance.
I can answer that. So
Is it gravity?
Free, if you want to Google this, you can Google atmospheric escape. But yeah, essentially the gas
We
particles
do
are
lose some,
trapped
yeah.
in a gravitational well.
Yeah, brother. That's the thing, though. Gravity doesn't change the direction of gas pressure.
That doesn't make sense as a sentence in English, Free.
Yeah. So you ever looked into the kinetic theory of gases?
Yeah, can you tell me about it?
Yeah.
What's
Which
the
one? Hey, which one's more
what's the
greater?
What's the equation of motion for a particle in the kinetic theory?
Yeah, I don't fucking know the equation, bro. So, but can I ask you a question? So in
Why
the
would,
kinetic,
why would you bring up a theory if you don't know anything about it?
so I don't need another equation to fucking know what it is, you idiot. So I'm
Essential equation
asking
of
you.
motion.
I'm asking you in the kinetic theory of gases, which one's the more?
Let Free ask his question. Let's go.
Leonard, can you like mute yourself, bro? Holy shit!
You're just kind of loud.
I can't tell who's making that noise for some reason.
It's
it's playing.
Leonard. But what I was gonna say is, in the theory, it states that the kinetic energy, one, gases don't lose their kinetic energy when they bounce off their container. And two, it states that the kinetic energy is greater than the gravity's potential energy, meaning it doesn't create it. That's why gases have randomness of motion.
Do you know what those?
Because it doesn't change its direction of motion.
Yeah, so those two statements that you just made are what we call they're limiting cases. So the kinetic theory of gases is a very
Limited cases.
limiting. It's called a limiting case. For example, you can assume that a particle only moving in one dimension is in a one-dimensional system, even though the world is three-dimensional. So in this case, the kinetic theory of gases is false, and it only applies in those scenarios.
Bro, you literally, bro. Hold on, dude. Do gas particles go straight?
What do you mean? Do they go straight?
When they're in motion, do they go straight?
I mean, particles evolve according to a wave function, so it kind of depends. They don't.
Let
Really
me answer it for you. Yes, since you want to dick around a bush, bro. It's literally straight.
They don't go straight.
Yes, it is. We're look it up right now. What direction do gas particles go? They literally go straight.
Straight isn't a direction, Free.
Straight's not a direction?
No, straight is not a direction.
Cool. So which direction do particles go?
It depends on their their incidence. If they're static, they're not moving at all. If they're bouncing around, it depends on their collisions and
which
absorption.
direction, QFT?
What do you mean which direction? It depends on the system.
If you have one gas particle and it's moving, which direction would it move? Does it go in a parabolic
What's
curve?
its initial condition?
It's in
And
motion.
what forces are applied on that particle as well?
So Free, a direction is a vector in space.
Bro, you're
So
bullshitting.
a set of
yo,
numbers
Globy,
that
can you get the
encode
big box? Can you get the big box, Globy? Can you look this up for me? Do gas particles move straight? They literally go in a straight line.
What do you mean by gas particles?
They're
Molecules?
falling
Oh my
down.
god, bro. This guy's such a
are
simp. I already told you what my claim was. Now he's gonna look it up for
Would you
me.
like me to look up?
well, Applejack. Gas particles are affected by gravity, so they are
Yes, but
accelerated
it's
towards the center of the
non-negligible.
Earth.
Yes,
Just shut
but
up. Just
it's
shut up.
non-negligible.
You're trying to
So
say
just
negligible.
shut up. In the
My
kinetic
claim
theory
was
of
that it's
gases,
non-negligible.
It's negligible, Free.
So
Negligible.
just a second, so you can learn something, right? Anything that
Bernard,
has
shut
mass
the
is
fuck
affected by
up and read the
gravity.
big box. What does it say? What does it say, Globy?
What the hell is that?
Globy, what does it
Is
say?
this what you wanted me to search up?
Hold on. We don't like Google AIs, right? So can you find me an actual answer since we don't like Google AI?
Is
But
this
Google,
the question you wanted me to ask?
yeah, the moron doesn't think it goes straight. And it literally says they go straight. But can you find a good resource?
Non-eligible.
Find a good
This
citation.
is an ideal gas.
Yeah,
And ideal gas doesn't have mass.
it really depends on like what level of resolution.
It
you
really
care
depends
about.
on the rules. Shut up. I already read this shit.
Yeah,
Shut
so
up,
the kinetic theory of gases is an approximation.
Yeah,
to
I already read this
classical-
shit 2 weeks ago. So I don't
Yes,
care. I already knew the
kinetic-
answer, bro.
Again, if you don't interrupt me, Free. The
Yeah, I
kinetic-
don't need your
the kinetic-
I don't need your 2 cents, bro. I already know this shit.
Kinetic theory of gases is an approximation to
Yeah,
classical
you're not
thermodynamics.
educating me, bro. I hope
I
you
would
know
like to hear that, Applejack, so please mute yourself.
Yeah, maybe you can do it in your own time, buddy.
I don't have mod powers to mute yourself in my own time. So
No, you idiot. You've probably
I
researched
can
your free
just please
time.
ask you to mute yourself.
Yeah,
and let
this isn't
QF
fucking show and tell,
and
man.
let
I'm not here to fucking
QFT
teach
tell
you,
us
bro.
about it. I mean, you're not
This
allowed
isn't
to.
your live, Applejack.
guys,
This isn't your
Bumblebee
live.
Tuna,
It kind
your
of is
egos
show
are
and tell.
showing. Bumblebee Tuna.
Yeah, you guys are
Bumblebee
morons who said gas particles
Your
don't
nuts
go in
are
a bubble.
hanging
It's
out,
free
boys.
propagation,
Chill,
come on.
chill.
They literally go straight. And what the fuck did you think direction they went?
You are
Kioski?
talking
Do you think
over
they
the
made
guy who
circles?
wanted to explain this to everyone, so
QFT, did
please
you
shut
think
up.
gas particles went in circles like an
I'm
idiot?
thinking that you should mute yourself.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
that's
Free,
how
Thank you very much.
What's your answer to this Apollo 17 picture? I want to hear your
Yo,
excuse for
Globy, go
this.
to bed. Go to bed, dude. What the fuck are you doing at 1 in the morning? Again.
It's
And then you're
1:30.
gonna blame me for this bullshit.
I don't have to work tomorrow, so we're
Oh,
good.
lucky bastard, dude.
We're good.
Anyways, the
Well,
kinetic
Globy,
theory of
if I
gases.
may say, right, just by just looking at this picture, I think that this was taken sometimes between May and August or something like that, any year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the whole.
Free, hold
North
on,
Pole.
Free. Did you catch that in the
Gene
comments? Jorge says gas particles have mass. They move parabolically at short scales.
Yeah, really, look that up. Hey, look that up. I don't believe it. Globy, look that up.
What do you mean you don't believe it?
I don't
You
believe
don't
it.
have to believe it. That's
You know why?
literally what I told you.
Because what it is that would insinuate that the gravity's potential is greater than its gas's kinetic energy.
That's completely gibberish, and it also
Look at
depends on the ratio.
that. Look at that. I'm correct.
What the
I'm
word,
correct.
Salah?
You're using every
Dang
technical
shit.
term incorrectly.
Gas particles do. What did it
You
say?
have
Oh,
yet
I
to
guess-
use a single technical term correctly. You
Go
called
back.
harmonic.
Go back. Go
you
back.
called harmonic
No,
oscillators.
Go back, Globy. Go back, Globy.
Free. You called
I
harmonic
didn't-
oscillators harmonic osculators.
Globy, you're such a bitch.
Why?
Globy.
I didn't put
You're
in
a
at short
Note
distances.
that this function increases
Come on.
parabolically.
What does it
Yeah,
say?
that's
Look
great.
up, dude. Gas particles move parabolically. They literally move straight, bro. That's a fucking fact, man.
No,
They really
it's
don't.
the-
It's actually
not
theory.
It's
Can I
not
get
in
like
the
a
presence
sentence?
of external
Can I get a full
force, and
sentence
you
in
have
real quick?
gravitational
Yeah, no,
acceleration.
you gotta make a
external
claim. Somebody
acceleration.
told me to read the comments, and we're fact checking it, and it was wrong.
So the kinetic theory of gases is a approximate model, right? It's
It's
like the
a
Ising model. It
Yeah,
doesn't
kind of like
actually.
kind of like a glow model.
The kinetic theory of gases doesn't actually describe real systems of nature. It's an approximation to classical thermodynamics, which that itself is an approximation to quantum thermodynamics.
Bro, chill out. Fuck, bro.
So like the kinetic theory is a simple theory that you teach in like introductory courses.
I don't give a fuck what he has to say. I already researched this shit, dog.
You don't know anything about it.
Okay,
Free.
you
can't-
might
Yeah,
not,
so
but
look it
what's
up.
other
Look
people
it
want
up.
to hear what the
Well,
hell he has
do
to say.
gas particles move at a parabolic?
Okay. Let him
Parabolic.
We're trying to let him get a sentence out here, man. Let him get a sentence out.
Bro, just do one claim at a time. Why the fuck do you guys do
This
that
is
dumb
one
shit?
claim.
Finish one claim, idiot. God damn.
By the way, we were waiting on a fluid dynamics reference from you.
One claim at a fucking time. This fucking Jorge said they move in a parabolic form in a what? He said small scale. That's what he said. I'm pretty sure he said in a small scale, and you Googled it and it said no, it does not.
Oh no, I didn't put
Right.
small scale in.
I'll
That's,
give you the
that's
quote
why.
again. Gas
Hey.
particles have mass. They move more parabolically at short scales.
Bullshit. He just looked it up and it's not even on there. You lying
Let me
fuck.
read it again. Gas particles have mass. They move parabolically at short scales.
Yeah. What did you Google so Globy can look it up right now?
The first thing I Googled was without the short scales part.
Hey, Pope, what did you Google so we can fact check this shit so Globy can show the entire 100 people in the live?
What do you Google?
He didn't Google anything.
What
He's
did you
reading what
Google?
Jorge said.
Yeah, I didn't. That was Jorge's comment and quote in the comments, Free.
Yeah, Jorge, we need a citation, bro, because we just looked it up and
It
it
doesn't
said you were
matter.
wrong.
You can't debunk this picture, so it's all over for you.
I don't need to. You can't prove it.
Yes, I can.
How?
Hey,
How are you
Free.
gonna prove it to me?
Free.
It says right
You guys
here for
said-
$28.24, Planet
Yeah.
Earth satellite view.
Boom.
Right.
You said $28?
You can buy this picture for $28.
That's pretty cheap.
Are
globe
you serious?
It's only
There's
8 by
some
8 though. It's
pictures
pretty
of the
small.
globe.
Dude, did you see
You're
those sandals
lying.
that fucking Nathan had on? Are you fucking
you
kidding
lying?
me?
I know, but oh, you're right. Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
so upset
I'll give
about
you
his
that.
RV.
But,
Okay, that's fair, he says.
So can we now hear the
I'll give him
kinetic
that
theory
one.
of the
Fuck you,
gases
folks.
and
I'll
the
give him that
approximations
one,
and
though,
stuff
but-
like that before we, over to something
Yo,
else?
you guys are fucking
No,
cooked, dog.
Free, let me ask you something. You say that you've debunked 8 inches per mile squared, but have you confirmed 0 inches per mile squared? Have you confirmed 0? Because you say you've debunked, but have you actually confirmed there is not any curvature?
Well, I mean, I did an experiment on from St. Petersburg Beach to Apollo Beach. That was, I think, 12.6 miles. It should have been 105.4 feet of drop for a 6-foot observer.
Was there any drop? Was there any drop?
No, I saw people I saw a guy
What do
eating
you
a
mean,
hot.
no?
Bro,
It was
matter of
completely
fact,
level
Pope,
across the whole fucking thing? You had
Pope, I was
nothing
on
obstructing?
1 second, bro. I used the Nikon B5. I used the Nikon B Coolpix 500.
Damn, that's not a Flerf 1000. What the fuck?
I know it's not. I can't afford that shit. But what I'm saying is, bro, I did it live. You can ask Angel, bro. When we did us, we were able to see someone eating a hot dog and girls playing volleyball on the other side of the beach.
For what it's worth,
Far
Free, if
away?
you
How far away?
12.6 miles. There should be
You're
105.4
absolutely.
like a
You saw a hot dog getting eaten 12 miles away. Shut the
You saw, you zoomed
Bro,
in.
you think I'm lying? Wait. You think I'm lying?
Hold on, guys.
Wait. You think I'm lying?
Guys,
And a hot dog is like 5 inches long, bro. What
So
the
you
fuck?
Bro,
can't.
ask
So you
Hasselblad,
can't.
bro.
You
Hasselblad
can't
was in
afford.
live.
Hold
What
on.
the fuck are you
You
talking
can't
about?
afford a
Or even
P1.
give you a
can't
foot
afford a
long. That bitch
P1000.
wasn't getting seen, dude. What the fuck? Dude?
Bro, what are you
You can't
talking
afford a
about, bro?
P1000, but he has a
there was
camera that
literally
can zoom
girls
in.
playing volleyball, and there was this guy with a fucking cup, bro, and I swear it was either a hot dog or some shit. He was
All
eating
right, he
some
might have
shit,
been
dude.
eating
You
or
are lying.
drinking or something, but come on, you knew it was a hot dog?
Who gives a fuck if it's a hot dog or a chicken sandwich? Who doesn't matter?
He ain't seen
At
nobody from
105 feet
Coconut.
of drop, you shouldn't see any of it, you fucking idiots.
You sound
He
like you
didn't see
were
no
over there
one.
hungry, dude. That's all. You all right?
No,
So
dude.
Applejack, he can't afford Flerf 1000, but the only thing he can afford is his, vivid imagination.
Good one, Plenar. You want a cookie?
By the way, you could
Think about
calculate
it.
whether you could see a hot dog from that far using.
Hold on. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Can I get, let me just get this sentence out real quick. If Pookie took a 10-mile observation and he's like, well, that looks like a beach, and he couldn't see it at all with a P1000, how did you, with a regular camera, get a guy eating a hot dog at 12 miles?
Hold on. You said Pookie did what?
Pookie's observation, you could barely see the beach, and he's like, that's the beach right there, but you
see
could
the
barely
fucking
see
lighthouse. You can barely see a lighthouse, dude. You're telling me you got a hot dog 12 miles
You got
away?
a hot
dude?
dog.
What the
So
fuck?
right now, what you're saying,
12.6
you're calling
miles
Pookie a liar right now. You're calling Pookie a liar then.
No, I'm saying Pookie's video was fucking distorted as
So you
fuck.
have a better camera than Pookie's.
No, I'm saying my atmospheric conditions were fucking shit like Pookie's was.
So if yours was so you're telling me you're really saying this. This is what's crazy. You're really saying that 12 miles you zoomed in to a guy
Bro,
eating a
I
hot
did
dog.
this on live, you fuck. I'm not
You have the
trying to
P1
pretend
millimeter.
to
Show
lie
us a
about it.
Hold
picture.
on, you saved this live and clipped it, right?
I'm pretty sure I can get a clip, yeah.
Yeah, of course you're not gonna have it. You would have posted it. You would have posted it. Matter of fact, let's get the 12 miles. What beach were you at?
Yeah, Apollo Beach. St. Pete Beach to Apollo Beach, 12.6 miles.
St. Pete Beach to Apollo Beach.
Yep.
So yeah, can you show us the map that you did to say that it's not the globe?
Well, shouldn't there be 105 feet of drop in 12 miles? And I see people playing volleyball. That should be impossible.
So you're using 8 inches per mile square for an observation.
Yes.
And it's
So
also
you're
not
using the wrong equation. All right, that's fine.
Really? What equation should I be using? Enlighten me.
Hold on, Free. What beach were you at?
Enlighten me. 1 second. Enlighten me. What formula should I be using?
One that actually takes into account the observer height, the target height, and refraction.
Brother, you know when you take the 12.4 miles and you put it into a calculator, it'll give you the drop rate. Then you take the drop rate and you put in a different Earth curvature calculator like Walter Blisman, right? Then you put in the observer height and then the distance.
Who the fuck is Mislin? Who the fuck is
Walter who?
Walter Walter Billsman.
Bislin.
Yes, Walter
Free,
Blisman.
Free. Tell me where you're. I'll bring it up on Google. Where was your observation?
Yeah, bro. It was Apollo Beach to it was St. Petersburg Beach to Apollo Beach. At first, I thought it was 14.6. Then Angel corrected me. It was actually 12.6 miles.
Hold on. You said Apollo Beach?
Yeah, Apollo Beach, St. Petersburg to St. Petersburg Beach to Apollo Beach.
Are we talking?
St. Petersburg.
Are we talking about the hot dog observation? Are we still talking about that?
Yes, bro.
All right, all right.
Well, I don't know if
Quick
it was a
question
hot dog,
I'm going to
but-
put up a poll. Oh, can I put up a poll?
Free. Hold on a second. Free. That's
You
fucking
did last
free.
time. You should be able to.
Yeah, I just don't
Free.
know.
That's fucking 19 miles.
Wait, Pope, just so you know, no, it depends where you're at, bro. I got the screenshot of my coordinates and I have my exact location in the screenshot, bro.
Yeah, too bad coordinates only work on a globe.
I get my life back tomorrow, bro. If you catch me tomorrow, well, I'm not gonna talk about this shit tomorrow, but I'll send it to you.
Are you talking about where all the boats are in Apollo Beach?
No, I think it was Apollo. I think on Apollo. I think it was Apollo Beach Pier, or it was on Apollo Beach. I got the exact. Hold on, let me check my camera. Hold on.
Wasn't you there? Wasn't it you that did it?
Yes, it was a month ago, bro. Get off my dick, bro.
Okay, time out. You said earlier. You said I read all that 2 weeks ago. I remember everything, but now you can't remember something you physically did.
I just said I barely remember something 2 weeks ago.
And hold on.
No, you said I already read that 2 weeks ago. I know. That's what you were telling the guy.
Pirate,
Now
do
you're
you
saying you
think
can't
you're
remember
fucking-
something you physically did a month ago.
All right. Enough picking them apart. Hey, Free, were you on
Jesus
St.
Christ,
Pete
like, get off
Free,
my
were you
balls,
on St. Pete Beach
You're
or were you on
slow-mo.
Apollo? Or were
Bro,
you on
they're in
Apollo?
this guy's mouth, bro. Get out of your
All
mouth, you
right,
weirdo.
everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. We got a poll going on right now. I want the chat to vote which of the two lighthouses does this top left picture look like here? This one here. This is a
that's the one
screenshot
on the
from
bottom.
video.
Oh, my
Okay,
bad.
well, that's your opinion. Let's see what the poll's got going on. The poll's up. Let's vote.
Not for nothing. I can remember the beaches I went to 2 years ago.
You can.
Well, Globy, to
somebody
be
else
honest,
can't.
it could be any lighthouse, not only the two
month.
that you have shown.
A
Well,
month
that's
at
true, but
23 years
these are-
old. That's sad.
These are the only two in the area which he claims to be in. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
He could be completely in a different state, but I'm
Wait,
assuming
what is the poll? Let's do these polls. What is it?
The poll is which of the two lighthouses looks like the one in the top left here, the red
Okay,
one or the blue one?
Did you start the poll?
Yeah,
I think I did.
already.
I don't see anything on.
I mean, I don't
Android app.
either here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's at
there.
the top of the channel.
Top
I think.
left.
Yeah, there you go.
Top left. There's that little clipboard.
right.
Everything
Yeah,
looks
click on
different
the
for me
clipboard.
because I'm on the PC.
I don't know.
TikTok
I don't know how
studio.
this poll is in at 100%, but whatever.
It's really not at 100%. How's that even possible?
No.
6 people said the blue one. No, Pookie and his 2 friends, 5 friends. I can't add to that. Must be here.
funny.
That's fucking crazy that anybody even said the blue one. Well,
Free, were you on St. Pete
one's
Beach
skinny.
or were you on Apollo Beach?
Oh shit!
You don't remember that was a month ago.
Notice the
Right,
fat bottom of the blue one, guys. Notice the non-fat bottom of either of these two. I'm not trying to influence the poll or anything, but different shape.
Hold on, man. Stop talking.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
thinking,
mean,
Goldie.
to be
I'm
honest,
thinking.
it's if the bottom is completely obscured, it could be anything.
Could be
Right.
if the Earth's a globe. The bottom.
I'm
Yep.
gonna throw my 2 cents in because I've gone against the poll and I'm against the grain. I think that it's the top half of the white and you're not seeing the bottom, and because there's no railing, and that red one has a railing. It has some other features up there. That white one seems a lot more like.
Okay, I should have said if Earth is flat.
Hold on. Who's the one crying about? I don't remember what beach I was on.
I'm asking you if you were at
You don't
St.
remember.
Pete.
You said you don't
Were you
remember.
at St.
You don't-
Pete or were you in Apollo looking?
No,
which
I
way?
told you the beach's name, you idiot. I don't know the exact coordinates, you fucking idiot. God damn.
You don't remember
I'm
you
off my
saying
nuts,
that?
bro.
That was only a few minutes ago.
I've told Pope 5 times I was on fucking St. Pete Beach in the distance
To the other side was
No,
Apollo
no,
Beach.
You were looking at Apollo though.
Yes, I was looking at Apollo. I was at St. Pete, bro.
How do you
St.
know you were
Petersburg.
looking at Apollo though? That's like looking over. You're like looking over the highway and shit.
No, bro. When you're at the beach, bro. Oh Jesus Christ, I can't stand this shit, dude. When you're at
Here,
the beach,
hold on. I'll bring it here. I can. Here, I'll bring
bro,
it up
I
on
can
the-
literally. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I can literally bring boats over the curve just with my iPhone, dude.
No, you
Chill,
can't.
Free,
Bring
chill.
boats
Free,
over the
chill,
curve.
look.
Tom
Free,
Vino.
here's-
I
Free,
accidentally
here's
hit
St.
blue.
Pete
Thanks,
Beach.
Dick.
You were looking this way?
I'm at St. Pete Beach. Look at Apollo Beach, bro.
Okay, look. Here's Apollo. Way the fuck over here. You were looking over this highway and shit?
Brother, I'll give you that. Well, that's where I'm at. No,
That's
why you
St.
fucking
Pete.
dumb?
That's St. Pete Beach, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not. No, my bad. St. Petersburg. My bad. I'm sorry. St. Petersburg.
He
Bro,
don't
my
know.
bad.
He don't know. He don't remember.
No, it's St. Petersburg. My bad, dude. It's St. Petersburg.
Okay,
Well,
so
the
you
other
were
side, the other
inside.
side.
You were inside of there. Then that's
Yeah,
St.
yeah,
Pete.
yeah. I'm somewhere in there. Yeah, yeah. Yep, by Pinellas Park. Yep, right there. Right by there. Hold on. Go down a little bit. Yeah, you
What
see
kind
where
of
it says
hot dog was the
the.
guy eating?
You see where it says the R? I was really. Yo, what the fuck?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Bro, I got the exact coordinates, dude.
No, I'm
Matter of
looking.
fact,
I'm
one
looking.
second,
There's
I'm
like
gonna
a
email.
pier right here. Were you on this pier or something?
No, I wasn't on
Actually,
a
there's
pier.
an airport right there. Were you close to the
No.
airport?
No, dude, I was on the beach. On like literally on the beach.
Was the hot dog 100% beef?
For some motivation for free, if you were to like learn high school math and physics, you could probably afford a new iPhone with a better career eventually.
Were you like at Vinoy Park?
Just saying.
Bro, why
No,
is
Pope.
that all you guys do? You guys just talk shit, bro. Like
No,
like,
well, you were
no
saying you couldn't
disrespect.
afford
Yeah,
couldn't afford a new
QFT, no
camera.
disrespect, bro, but I will beat the fuck out of you in real life. I hope you know that, dog.
Yeah,
well, dude,
you know
Pope,
what's
there's
funny?
kind, just trying to like figure out where the hell you're at, dude. You can't.
I
You
know,
don't even know where the fuck
Pope is
you
being,
are.
no, Pope is
Okay.
being chill, but then QFT comes over like, bro, I would beat the fuck out of you in real life, dude.
Would be fun
Like,
to do it live.
like
Here we
respectfully,
go.
shut the fuck up, dog.
We could do
Respect.
some physics together in a live. I could bet some money that you couldn't do some simple high school math. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Result into violence.
So,
It's
Pope,
ridiculous.
Pope, just a little bit south of the airport, there's like a beach thing there. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Bye.
I don't. Oh, he took off. Oh, later, free.
I took him off.
Oh yeah, he got a little unhinged.
Robin
maybe.
McDonald.
He wonders why he gets
Good to
banned.
see you.
You too.
Looking good, everybody.
How we
All right, are we gonna learn what lighthouse it is?
Well, the poll.
So I said blue. I went blue. I think it represented it a little better in the silhouette, just because of the railing at the top and shit.
I've
All right,
hit
well, we
free
got
up.
27-7, so the poll says red.
Right.
Now it could certainly be the blue, but the bottom would have to be obscured by the horizon, and then
What fits the story better?
the top would have to be stretched a bit, maybe from some refraction a bit or distortion. Could be.
Which one fits the story, or both fit equally?
Well, we don't know. See, Pookie says the following.
Right of it is a tank. This picture that I took right here is Harbor of Refuge Lighthouse. To the right of it is a tank, right?
To the right of it's
To the
a
right
tank.
of that is another tank.
Another
Two
tank.
tanks.
2 tanks.
Tree line.
Okay.
I have not been able to find those 2 tanks anywhere.
Nor have I anywhere on Earth. So don't know what those 2 things are, unless one of them is the water
I didn't
tower.
know you guys were looking for them.
There's
but,
a
I was looking
radio
too and I couldn't
tower that
find them.
Butter found. If you go bring up that map again, have you found that? Have you seen the radio tower?
Yes. So I'll show you what I found. In a
There's
second.
also like an old there's also like an old cement tower next to it as well, but it doesn't fit what's in that picture.
Yeah, he says it's the blue one there. If it's the blue one, then there's the bottom's missing, right? So, did someone was chiming in on? I was even looking here on this website for cell towers in the area because I'm trying to find that tower behind whatever tank he claims that to be. Not having much luck though.
That tower number 9 does have a radio tower or a radio antenna on the top of it.
Tower number 9. I didn't see that on the here. You saw
Go
that?
zoom in. Zoom in on the beach. Zoom down right in front of where like the parking lot is.
Let me open my Dr. Pook's map.
Zoom right around where you're. Nope.
So this is. Oh wait, where? Because
let's see the radio. Okay, see the 2 blue dots?
Yeah.
Go over the beach a little bit, over the green, and in that area up above
This
it.
area? Yeah.
Yeah, go up in there. Now to the left a little bit.
This one?
Is it that?
Click
on it.
the tower.
Hit the street view, and you can get right. No, that's to the left of that.
Why you always lying? It's in my head now.
Because that's like the cement tower that's right there.
I don't know how to find out what that is.
No, you can click right on it for street view, I think.
Can't. That's this. It's like a fire tower.
So no, the radio tower is to the left of that one.
So this is what I found this tower and this tower in this area. This is this red tower here. And then there's this other tower, which that doesn't look like it. This, Jesus Christ, got a thunderstorm going on.
I love that this turned into geoguessing.
Yeah, because he just won't fucking tell us where the fuck he is, right? Fucking ridiculous. So there's another tower here that's looks like more like the tower he's talking about. There's not really a good picture of it, but it's, I think you can see the top of it right here. So that's another tower that looks more like the tower we see in his pictures, but there's no like tank in front of it. I don't know what the fuck he's seeing in front of it. This is the ferry house right here. Maybe it could be that, but the angle doesn't really add up from where he was, because he claims he was over here, right, looking straight across.
So Globy, go back to the parking lot at the end of the beach.
Doesn't line up. Yeah,
the parking lot at the end of the beach and the curl of like on the other side where the water tower, I mean the light tower is, the lighthouse.
Where the lighthouse is.
Zoom back out, turn around, out to the curl. Yeah, right out there at the end, down by the beach. Go in there, go to the end of the parking lot where you can last park the cars. Scoot up a little more north, right in there. Now go right on the other side of that is where that radio tower is. Right there.
Oh, so this is the fire tower.
That's the radio tower. Look, that has an antenna and all kinds of shit. I click on it for street view.
So I did not see a tower on this, but
look, turn around and look at that thing. So that's got a radio tower or an antenna on top and shit.
It does have an antenna on top, but this is definitely not what he's showing. I don't think.
That's the only other structure in that area, period. I've searched everywhere.
Yeah, no, I agree. But he's showing...
but if you look at that from a distance, it's a square. It looks like a tank.
It does.
And it fits to the end of where that lighthouse is. If you were to like, there's like a view on the ferry. If you go sit on the ferry street view and look out, you can see how that all fits together with kind of the framing.
That's me at an Islanders game. You don't want to see that.
This is the guy. Oh, you love that in the chat. This is the guy, Caleb.
That I took right here.
What?
Is Harbor of...
Someone talking about Caleb?
Yeah, in the comments, someone said you got wrecked by Caleb. This is the guy who got wrecked by Caleb.
I did?
Yeah, I guess so.
I always get wrecked by. I get wrecked by everybody.
Refuge Lighthouse.
See how
to the right of it is a tank.
My problem with that theory is he has a pretty good shot of whatever that is with the radio tower, and it's pretty big.
So, Globy, if you go to the street view on the ferry, it's out in the water, right out there where the ferry. You can sit on the ferry and look back at that. You can see those two towers.
Look at the time.
You can see both of them, and you can see the lighthouse. It's almost exactly this picture. If you go sit on the ferry in the street view, you can see exactly what he's showing right here.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Look, I can even show you. I have it. If you want to, I can show you it.
Just out of curiosity, could that be some kind of a ship or two ships or something like that?
There's the lighthouse. And this, I don't know if you want a big screen or share with me or whatever, but that is the lighthouse. Hello. Oh, there we go. That is the lighthouse. And then you move it over. There's one of the towers.
That looks like the water tower, probably.
Let's see. Wait, hold on. There's two of them because there's another one right there. And if you look, this is all that faded stuff from the beach. There's the lighthouse. This was obviously with a better camera, and this is taken on the ferry. This is street view from on the ferry.
Okay, but what doesn't make sense...
See, if I zoom it in, that's obviously the lighthouse. That's the beach. Moving it across. There's one tower. That's probably the radio tower. That's the cement tower. But this scene right here looks... So this looks like exactly what he's showing. Okay. The lighthouse. That's why I thought he was sitting on the ferry when he took it.
Right. But that's the other lighthouse. That's not the blue one. That's the red one.
Yes. That is the red one.
But you said before you thought it was the blue one he was showing.
Well, from the distance, I mean, how clear is it in the picture?
It's not clear at all. That's
right.
To structurally, it looks more like the red one, but unless it would be the blue one if the bottom was obscured by something.
But those towers, those two towers that he has are like next to each other.
They're very
as well.
Close to each other. They're way too close.
These are like, that one's right here and that one's right there.
Well, look, it's on my screen right now, right? Like they're so close to each other. Whatever he's calling towers, right? But this is the point. He's done nothing to try to figure out anything he's looking at.
It's kind of interesting. Besides the details of an individual picture, the social psychology behind a flat earther going to a beach to play with a camera, kind of to overcome their inability to do anything else, to influence science or politics and stuff like that. It's kind of a sad reality for them.
Imagine looking at a Kipt's 300,000 foot rocket launch. Okay. Now this guy builds rockets for essentially a living, or it's his hobby. He launches these sounding rockets. Imagine watching that video and being like, no, fuck that. That shit's fake. I'm going to go. And I've just disproven all of that with this grainy, blurry, refracted, distorted video from my camera. Me and my friend Rip just sat at the beach. We didn't record where we were, heights, elevations, temperatures, nothing.
Check out
We've
this
debunked
street
all of
view.
Science with
Check out this street view. Watch this.
What is this from?
This is from, there's a pier over here. Okay, hold on. I'll bring it out a little bit. That pier, when you go to the street view, here's the street view. Lighthouse. Oh, look at all this distortion of old pylons in the
right.
So, and then you got, there's the radio tower right there. Lighthouse, not quite. There's the lighthouse in the picture. There's a lighthouse. There's looks like a bunch of distortion. There's the radio tower. I just don't know where the second one would be, because that's the other tower over here. But that looks like that distortion in the picture, though.
Yeah, but again, they're too far apart.
I agree. Whatever the picture that he was showing.
Wait, hold on. That looks a lot like this. I'm actually showing it right now. Hold on. That looks a lot like this.
Yes.
And you're saying that was taken from the New Jersey side?
No, that's taken by the ferry.
Well, it was on it was on the ferry.
Yeah, it's right by the ferry dock. Where would that be? That is.
But then you got this. What are these fucking two tanks? I can't find these. Whatever these are. Can't find them. These don't exist.
Cape May ferry station, basically. Yeah, that's the ferry station right there.
There's Rip. He's got to have his fucking shirt off. Okay. I thought there was a very clear shot of that tower. But where the fuck is it? I don't see it anymore. Well, let me go to Pookie's fucking website. I don't even know if I can get there. Is it this one that he has all this shit on? It's not. What the fucking which page does he have all this shit on?
So what's kind of interesting too, so that shipwreck that he kind of has that picture on, like it mixed in between. So that's by Sunset Beach, and right by there's a World War II lookout tower that you can go to the top to.
Right. So he didn't ever said anything about being there, but what he did say was one of these videos was taken from a 30-foot observation height on the steps of a lighthouse in Cape May. He didn't say which one or where, but when you look it up, there's only one lighthouse in Cape May, and there's no stairs. Well, there's stairs, but there's only one little tiny flight of stairs. It's not 30 feet. Then you go into the lighthouse. So did he mean he was in the lighthouse? Because he said he was on the steps of the lighthouse, but clearly not. He would have had to have been inside to get to 30 feet. So then he said the other day that he was looking at the first window. But the first window is at ground level. So he couldn't have been at the first window. That's not 30 feet. The second window is looking the wrong direction. The third window is looking the right direction. Maybe he was looking out that window. But if he was looking out the window, why doesn't it look like he was looking out a window? There's no glass there, right? Was he looking out a dirty window? Like, it's an old lighthouse, right? I don't know what this window looks like. Was he doing this on those little tiny narrow lighthouse stairs? You ever been to a lighthouse? Only one person can go up those stairs at a time. Was he blocking the fucking stairs from everybody else trying to get up while he's sitting there taking a video out of the window? I don't know. Maybe there was no one else there. Maybe he was the only one there. Okay. Maybe he went to the top of the fucking lighthouse and didn't tell it, and then it's not telling us that. Right?
You know, it's really weird. They have street views from ferry ships literally in the middle of his observation with 360 panoramic. And guess what you can't see on the horizon? It's right on the New Jersey-Delaware line in the middle of and guess what you can't see in the 360 on the boat? Any guesses?
Lighthouse?
You can't see any
Towers?
fucking land. You can't see anything. No fucking land, no nothing, no trees, no anything. And it's in the middle.
Yeah, he's just showing us how proof refraction exists. That's all he's showing us.
Yeah.
Which we all know. And flat earthers love to just prove refraction exists. That's all they fucking do. Great, refraction exists. We all know it. We all understand it. Also, Earth's a globe. What's funny is I can't find this fucking thing in my comments anymore. It's like I just want to find his page and I can't find it. He's commented on all. Oh, there it is. All right. I wanted to look at his last video. It was like this one. Yeah, so he's showing. It's hard to see in these videos. Yeah, this is the one I have. Yeah, like right there is the best shot of it. Okay. Right here. It's hard to see. Let me try to zoom in. I can't zoom in. There's clearly a tower here. It looks like something. I don't know if it's a tower, but it looks like something's very tall right here. Like a radio tower. There's a dark line here. Above, right on the other. It doesn't look like short little radio antennas on top of that tower. You know what I mean? So, assuming this is that lighthouse, I could not find any building that was lined up with a tower anywhere. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Look, that's why I marked these towers here. These are the only towers on the shoreline, but there's no building in front of them. I even went back like back a ways, like trying to find stuff in the background. There's another tower back here. That's a lose water tower. Oh, all the way back here. There's another cell phone tower all the way back here. It could have been it. But again, there's no buildings in front of it. So I don't know, man. It's almost like we just need him to tell us where he was so we can analyze it properly, but he'll never fucking do it. Plus, he wants me to come. He was begging me to come to his live tonight to discuss it. Now, I hopped into Sun's live earlier because I was watching the live, and I was just watching it. I was making some comments. Nothing bad, actually. Nothing bad at all. And Aloha muted me permanently for the live. So I hopped in the live, and I hopped in the live just to call him out and say, because the guys in the live were, so Chris was in there. I'm fucking this whole story up. Chris was in there, and he was asking them to bring me up and like asking me to come up. And then Truth Repeater was in there telling them that he was going to leave if I come up, and he doesn't want me up here, and I'm a piece of garbage and all this shit. So then Aloha muted me. So I came up just to say, you guys are asking me to come up, and then some of you are demanding I not come up and that you'll leave, and then Aloha mutes me permanently in the comments. It's like, make up your minds, you pussies. That's what I came in there to say. But then as I was coming in, Pookie came in, and I yelled at everybody, called them all pussies, and left. And then he used that as me running from him. So anyway, yeah, he thinks I was running from him for that. So he wants me to come to his live and discuss this. Now, mind you, two years have gone by since he's been calling me a lying piece of shit. Constantly calls me a lying piece of shit, and I make him sick. I disgust him, and he won't discuss the Crete observation from Israel, where there's mountains, and supposedly they're the mountains of Crete that you can see during the sunset from 700 miles away from Israel. He thinks I manipulated that video. He thinks I edited the video to make those mountains move, because they do move. Whatever those shadows are on the horizon, they move. Which tells me they're clouds because they're moving. They're literally, mountains don't move. I think that's pretty obvious. Mountains don't move. So if the peaks of those mountains are moving as the time goes on in the video, they're not mountains. So he claims I edited the original video to make that happen. And he refuses to go live with me to discuss it, to show him I didn't edit the video. And he's been doing this for 2 years. But now suddenly he's begging me to go live to discuss this. So, I won't give him the satisfaction of that now. He's trying to be all nice. He's like, why don't you just come to the live with me? Just come over. I'll start a live. Come over with me. He's so fucking desperate for attention about this shit. It's embarrassing.
Well, Globy, one question to you. How do you know for sure who mutes your comments and who kicks you out if there is a moderator? I couldn't find that out on a TikTok.
It says it. Anyway. Most of the time it'll say it at the top, but you have to catch it the first time. When they mute you, it'll say, you've been muted by blah, blah, blah.
I just get you've been muted by moderator, or you've been, kicked out by moderator, not the who actually did that.
I do see that sometimes. Honestly, I don't know why the distinction, but it's probably a TikTok glitch. But yeah, it literally said I was muted by Aloha for the entire live. So
right.
I don't know.
I mean, I can get it, by you've been disconnected by live creator or something like that. But then it just says the moderator,
yeah,
and I don't know who the moderators are.
Yeah, sometimes it does say that, but
yeah, okay, thanks.
I don't know why, but yeah, it's funny. It's just funny how they operate. They all do the same shit.
And the solution, Globy, is to just not talk to flat earthers except like once every few months,
That's not a solution.
It's a perfect solution.
The fuck am I gonna do in my life?
Most people don't even know they exist.
No, they don't. That's the funny part. They think they're like a worldwide movement. Nobody knows.
I tried to convince some of the aerospace engineers on my team, but like they just think they're memeing or like being ironic.
I don't
They're not.
I don't get why Pookie would think that you would come up and discuss the photos that he has if he won't even give you the information for it.
Right.
To be able to discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a non-starter. But the thing is, I don't think he knows, right? He doesn't know anymore because it was a year ago. He's guessing. He has to look at the video and go, all right, I think I was here when I did that and this was happening. Like, if I was doing this, and he did this to prove flat Earth, right? He said in his comments, I saw in his comments the other day, he goes, someone asked him if he was trying to prove flat Earth, and he goes, no, I'm making observations, and we're trying to look at the observations and see what they are. But in his video that he posted, he's caught on the beach telling a bystander that he's there to disprove the globe, right? And everyone knows he's there to disprove the globe, right? So he went there with a bias. He's biased, right? And he went there with an agenda, right? So he didn't record where he was. He didn't film. Like it's so obvious. It sounds stupid, but like I would have shown the camera with a different camera so that you can see the observation height. You don't just say you're at like a 2-foot observation height, right? You got to show it. At least show it. You don't have to measure it, but at least show it. But I would have measured it, right? Dude, cover all your bases. Cover all your bases. You know the questions are going to come up, so cover all your bases. Show where you were. Measure the observation height. Give the date and time. Take some fucking pressure readings, temperature readings, or at least pull them up on your, weather app, at the very least. He did none of that. Absolutely none of that. And he wants us to believe him. Sorry. Not happening, Pookie. Dr. Pooks. So, it is what it is. There's not going to be a conversation until... Well, there's never going to be a conversation. I'm not going to talk to him about it. He's a piece of garbage.
Imagine how insane a normal person would think a flat earther is just coming across them at the beach or like at a store or something like that.
I know.
Like a crazed homeless guy.
I've been thinking about this lately. I want my I was thinking about doing like a weekly thing here or on YouTube or whatever, but probably on YouTube. But I wanted to get my someone who has no idea what's going on with this reality. Not this reality, but this conversation, and bring them into it and throw them into a flat earther den.
So look, I found something.
Just see what they do.
I found
my
something
brother.
weird. Let's see what you think.
Yeah. So I want to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dump up. So it's done. I'm rambling a bit, but I want to convince my brother to do a show with me where he just goes into the lion den of flat earthers. He knows nothing about this. He's not a scientist. He does nothing in this field or anything, and just see the shenanigans, how he responds to their garbage. I think that would be interesting because they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what this conversation's about, and see if they can convert him to flat Earth. All right, sorry, go ahead, Pope.
So I was on the black and white street view from this lighthouse. And when you look over at the other red one, where the fuck did it go? So, that's the red one. What the fuck are those two things?
That's the red one?
That's the red lighthouse. That's the other lighthouse because it's looking back over there.
Yeah, what is this picture from? I'm sorry.
This is from
Street View?
Street View on this lighthouse, out on the rocks. You're basically out on the rocks outside.
I've seen the other one.
And this is looking back over. That's the other lighthouse right here, the red. Yeah. You can see even the red. But what the fuck are those?
Okay, but they're looking over that peninsula, right?
Can it be some kind of a ship or something like that, perhaps?
No, those are two... It looks like the fucking tanks, but where the fuck are they at in any other pictures?
Yeah, but I'm thinking if you have a kind of a liquid gas
Because look,
container ship or
there's the
whatever it
radio
is.
tower. Like, there's the cement.
Yeah, there's nothing there on the beach for sure.
Yeah, but there's clearly something there. And they're next to each other. There's the lighthouse. Something there.
I don't know, man. These fucking pictures are so blurry. Like, what are we supposed to tell?
I agree.
Any
Google
of these
Street
things?
View is not very good. Almost like you just need to go over there and see, or somebody could volunteer. I don't know, to go give it a look. Because it almost seems like it's something that's not being shown for some reason. And that can happen. Definitely can happen. But yeah, that's on the street view of Harbor Refuge Lighthouse looking back towards.
Yeah, I don't know. There's, like I said, there's like, unless somebody else can find it, I cannot locate a tower behind some sort of big tank-looking structure. So, especially it doesn't make any sense because the one on the right he keeps pointing at looks like it's in front of the trees or closer to us. And the left one looks like it's behind the trees, which makes no sense because the only water tower in that area is Lou's Water. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce the town. Lou's Water Tower. Actually, I'm showing it right here. This one. And it's right here. And it's way inland, right? It's behind houses, and it's behind all these trees here, and yet he thinks he's showing it on his video looking like it's going right into the ground, right into the beach. And he keeps saying that. He keeps saying, "Oh, look at this tower. This is the water tower, and it's going. There's the pipes from the water tower going into the ground." There's no fucking way. There's all this shit in front of that water tower. So I don't know what he's looking at.
I think he just doesn't understand direction, so he doesn't know which way he's looking.
That could be. Could be. I tell you what he didn't do. Anything. Any kind of analysis. Any prediction. Anything. Did nothing.
Because you can get the street view of on the beach there and look around and see both lighthouses. I see the radio tower. I see the other cement tower. I do not see no fucking white water tanks anywhere. Or anything shaped like that anywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's like a street view on the beach, like in the water, out in the water.
No, look, I've done street view. Someone's asking me to do a street view from the water tower, and I've done that. Like, look what it looks like from here. Okay, it's blocked by these houses.
Oh yeah, that's not it. No, that's not at all what he's depicting.
But this is the only water tower. Now picture this from the beach. You'd no way you'd see those legs, right? You wouldn't see those legs going into the ground.
No.
Especially, let's look at it from here. You probably can't even see it from here, right? This is. Oh, look, I can see the very just top of it right here. So, but he's claiming to see it going all the way into the ground. Right? This is his picture. Look here.
This picture that I took right here is Harbor of Refuge Lighthouse. To the right of it is a tank, right? To the right of that is another tank. 2 tanks. Tree line. Right? Tree line.
What tanks?
Let's play with the contrast too.
Right here. This is the water tower right here.
These weren't what I was claiming they were. That tower is behind them trees.
Yeah.
That tower is in front of them. So, just admit you were wrong, bro, and humble yourself.
So, there's no towers there. Anywhere. Especially not in front of the trees. So, what the fuck is he even looking at? This is his flat earth proof or disproving the globe, right? Some fucking crazy, blurry, distorted videos where the atmosphere is clearly messing with things. Great job. I think their point is that the atmosphere can make things disappear bottom up the further we go, which is stupid. It's just fucking stupid. Like, if Earth was flat, we'd see way more than this. Plain and simple. god, fucking crazy. All right, let's see. We got anybody else? I don't know who these people are. Let's see. Let's just.
Hey, host, my bad to interrupt. Just real quick, I was going to tell Pope and Level that their boy Dead Wrong, I believe that's his name, Dead Wrong, little red face.
Yeah, he's a flirt.
He was super standing up for Pope and Level because they're over there talking mad shit, dude, mad shit. And my boy was just standing up for you guys. He just keeps going at it with them, bro.
About what?
Perfect.
About what? Because I don't see Dead Wrong standing up for anybody.
Well, I guess it's like a bunch of flat earthers, and they're playing like a clip where Level was talking about. I don't know, dude. They're just on some weird shit. But I mean, I was standing up for you guys. So I was just telling you guys he's a good homie.
I mean, Dead Wrong's not really a homie, but he's usually.
I don't know what you want to call him.
All right,
he was like standing up, bro. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell them. I video recorded it right now. I'm gonna show them. They're gonna get on you guys." I don't know. He's just going at it.
All right, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. I don't know.
All right, thank you for that. We're gonna see these last. I don't know who this
On that
is.
note, it's actually my bedtime too. I don't know what you're doing, Globey.
I'm going to bed. Any second now.
I found those towers, those two white things.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, it's the two towers at SPI Pharma Inc. It's right. I can't show my camera.
All right, suddenly got people requesting here. All right. You can't show you.
But right above like Cape Shores Pier, SPI Pharma Inc. That's what those two towers are.
SPI.
I don't think you can see it on a street view. I think trees are on the way.
Cape Shores over here. What am I looking for?
SPI.
Oh, it's like a water treatment.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh, up here, these water treatment plant things.
Yeah, you see the two little towers
Oh,
right next to the black circle.
that.
No,
This?
to the right.
No.
Oh, there's two towers
The
right in
black
front of the pond, right next to the ponds. Like, yeah, right where your cursor
Yeah,
is,
see them?
basically.
Yeah, this one here, right? This and this.
No.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
dude,
see the little
look
black
down on
circle?
him.
Oh,
Globey, look at the shadows. God damn it! Do we have
right
to
here.
teach you this?
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
shadows, Globey. Look at the fucking shadows.
But they're
No.
too close together, those two towers.
Yeah, but it matches up the angle. If you draw a line,
They
and
don't
use
seem
the measuring
girthy
tool, it
enough.
matches
They
up.
don't seem girthy enough either. But
Right.
It
So,
isn't
why you
actually
saying
that girthy. If
girthy
you look
like
at the there's a street view picture, like
there's actually another
front
tower
of the
in that
tower?
yard. There's actually another tower in that yard.
All right, so he's
actually,
looking like at this angle. Oh, now I lost the fucking towers. Oh, they're all the way over here.
Oh, haha. Hey, Globey,
Yes.
look what I found.
What?
Hey, look. There's a giant white fucking tower.
oh, a tower.
Well, isn't that convenient?
It's in the yard of that water treatment plant. Right where you were just at.
Yeah, there's one.
It's down that other street over there.
Oh, this right here. That's the one I was just pointing at. That
Yes.
you guys yelled at me and said no.
There you go.
It's very it's not very tall.
It is not
Yeah, that's
very
too
tall.
small. It's not that one. But you see how tall the other ones are?
Yeah, let's look. So that would be those are tall. They're skinny. They're not the same width in that video, but maybe that's just being distorted. These are too far apart. Oh man. No one's ever gonna know what he was looking at because he won't fucking explain himself.
Vessel. Location.
Alright, like what the fuck is
fine. Only side of it. That.
where are
See,
those fucking
really
towers at?
tank
Right
number
here.
1, tank number 2.
And this was right next to his fucking. They're fat, man. I don't know.
Doing, what are they expecting? Something different? Our answers to change?
Who's doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's me. Fucking just panicked me.
You guys are drinking fluoride.
What do they expect us to do?
Globy, did you ever have a debate with Fred?
No. You won't fucking debate me.
What?
No.
What a fucking clown that guy is.
Listen,
I can't.
He wants me off this. He claims he wants me off this platform so desperately that he wants my account so desperately, but he won't reach out to me to figure out how to get the debate going. Right? Like, if he wanted me off this platform so bad, why wouldn't he be DMing me? Why wouldn't he be like, sign the contract? Why wouldn't he be like, here's a contract to sign? Why wouldn't he be like, all right, I figured out how to do it without you having to dox yourself. Let's do that. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Zilch.
Why does there even need to be a contract? Like, what? Why? What are these hoops? Like, it's just.
Well, I mean, obviously, So on a neutral platform, he demands a contract because he knows I don't want to give him my name, and the only other way he'll do it is on his platform where he's obviously a moderator because it's his platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only two ways he'll do it is ways in which he knows I won't do it.
Right?
Yeah, like
I bet that big round tank is 50 feet tall.
This one right here?
I bet you that's 50 feet tall.
Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, it could be.
It's taller than a house.
Could be it, man. Who knows? Yeah, it's Fred just put up roadblocks in every direction and then avoids me whenever he can so that, he doesn't have to do the debate. I mean, he knows what's up.
It would have been so entertaining, though.
I know. Look, I wanted it. 90% of me said it would never happen, but 10% of me thought maybe everybody could pressure him into doing it, like he couldn't get out of it, kind of thing. But he figured it out. He figured out how to avoid it. He was in here today. I don't know if you were in here earlier. He was in my chat.
Yeah, he's obviously got you unblocked on some.
As of yesterday, I was blocked.
He was in here tonight.
He must have unblocked me just to come in, maybe.
Man, I noticed he was on panel in another live while he was up in here in the comments.
Oh, all right, yeah. It's funny. The actions of someone who wants something accomplished is block the other person on every account. Yeah. Every time that person comes into a live to try to discuss it with you, you kick them. And so to me that's like a negative participation. Like he's not even trying to facilitate it. He's actually hindering the facilitation by blocking and kicking.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, today, literally, Shan goes, he literally told me, he's like, do you have any questions about flat earth that you want to ask us? So then I ask it, and right at the end of my question, Fred goes, you're always here fucking asking questions. I was like, he just fucking asked me if I had any fucking questions, Fred, and now you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Oh,
man, I would love to have I'd love to hang out with Fred for a day just to see what his real life is like. Like, I can just imagine.
Pin you down so you squeal like a pig.
So many people in BC interior, like where he lives. I'm assuming he lives BC interior. Like, there's some wild folks. There's some wild folks.
Yeah, he claims to have video of me rage quitting, of him getting me to rage quit, which we eventually figured out was the moment after the final experiment. We were discussing the final experiment.
Yeah.
Right, and he was yelling at me. He was showing me Google Earth, and he was like, I live up here, and there's no way that sun was circling them down there. and I'm up here, and there's no way I could get light. If the sun's doing this, there's no way I could see the sun up here. Debunked, debunked, debunked. Like fuck, and then they just kept muting me, and I was like, Fred, if you're just gonna mute me, I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave, and then I left, and that was him destroying me and making me rage quit. That's what I figured out.
Yeah, I think I was there for that one.
Yeah, I think I meant to go always. I probably have that recorded somewhere. I gotta go look.
He kicked me out of that one too. Because I don't know, I always just talk shit to him in the comments and he kicks me right away.
Oh, that's the fun part.
But yeah, and his Australian girlfriend too. Like I really hope that they find each other one day. Like they're meant for each other.
He has an Australian girlfriend?
Yeah, there's this other Australian lady who goes on live and on the Flat Earth, on his lives all the time. Ones that he's in with Son of Africa, and oh man, she is just as unhinged as he is, and they're just like the perfect pair. And she was defending him.
Lady Jessica?
Lady Jessica, yes.
Oh yes.
Oh, you know Fred wants to dust off that fucking cobwebs off that fucker, dude. You know he would, dude.
So Globy, we actually, well, I wouldn't say we, more esteemed has actually matched up that photo. And it matches up with the red lighthouse. And then if you look at Pookie's photo, that first water tower actually isn't a water tower. It has an antenna coming way off the top of it. And actually, if you go around the red lighthouse, I can't remember exactly where he took that picture from or where Esteemed found that angle from, but it was out in the water somewhere.
Yeah, well, we can't line that up now. Like, there's no giant antenna over there.
Right. I mean, look at Pookie's picture.
Yeah, I had that up before. Like, there's no...
Dude, how ridiculous is it that you have to double screen it off of a screen recorder, dude? Like,
right?
Where's the fucking raw footage you...
This picture that I took...
Can you zoom in on that first tower?
No.
At all?
This one here?
Yeah.
I think there's a better
right here
picture of it.
is
because it's not actually a tower.
Sunset Beach, New Jersey. There's another. Guys can't see.
I think there was a better.
Tank number one. Tank number two. Tank number one. Tank number two. Same location. The windmill. The horizon. A different location. I don't know why we're getting them.
But what he's calling tank number 2, there's actually a radio tower coming off of it.
Right, and there's another.
It's like 40, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see how tall that is, the tower coming off of it.
Right, and that's the tower I can't find.
That's because that's the red lighthouse.
No, but even with the red, oh geez, why am I scribbling?
Yeah, the towers are on the right side of the lighthouse, which doesn't add up if you like look at it.
Exactly where that's the thing is Pookie's saying
you'd have to be on the left side.
Exactly.
There's no towers. Look, this is the red lighthouse right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he was
now
over
find
here,
that
the tower's
tower.
here. I marked it.
Yeah, tower 9.
But there's no antenna above it.
Then that's not the one.
I'm pretty sure that number 9 has
there is an antenna
coming out the top of it. That's a radio tower.
A little antenna. It's like a little
Is
antenna.
it little?
It's not like...
Yeah, there's a big concrete base somewhere with a radio
Nothing-
tower coming out
I mean,
of it.
unless it's being distorted by the atmosphere, that thing looked like a giant, like, cell phone tower.
I think what we figured
that's-
out
look
is
at
he
that.
was like
that's
he
not
was
what we're seeing.
No. He was on like a canoe or something out by the rocks or something like that, taking the picture. Out by the breaker out there. Or something like that.
I don't know, man. I think he was where he
Yeah,
was
something
saying
like
he
right
was.
there. Yeah.
I really do think he was... I don't think he went to both sides. I don't think even he would lie that much. I think these towers...
You only think you'd lie a little bit?
A little
not
bit.
a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
No, I think he's too dumb to really not... Like, I don't even think he's lying.
If you're gonna go big, right?
I think he's fucking confused.
I think he's just dumb and he's confused. And this shit happened so long ago, he just doesn't even know where he was. Right? Like, he said he was 30 feet up on this fucking Cape May lighthouse over here for one of the videos. The Cape May lighthouse. Where is that fucker? Right here. This thing. Right. He says he was 30 feet up on the steps. Okay. He has to be looking that way. No, that way. So where is this thing? Right. We go to the fucking ground. Let's go to the ground level. Fucking trees. Fucking trees. Okay, there's no steps. Like the steps are just little tiny steps to get in. They're not. So he wasn't just standing on the steps taking a video. And then 2 days ago he said he was looking out the first window. Okay, well the first window's right here. That's not 30 feet either. So which window were you in when you right? Was he in, like, which fucking window? This window up here could have been. That's way more than 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. That's like 60 feet.
Right? So caught him either lying or just not being able to, like, keep track of what the fuck he's doing. But there's only one window that faces that way, and it's way more than 30 feet tall. And then you have to believe that he stopped in the stairwell of a lighthouse that he paid $12 to get in, and everybody else did also. And he's blocking everybody's way up to take a video out of an old lighthouse window. Or he went to the top. Or he went to the top and took a video and is telling everybody that he took it from the fucking ground level or 30 feet up. I don't know.
They do let you up there. Unfortunately, I'm moving there shortly in a couple of weeks.
Unfortunately?
I hope I don't run into him. Good Lord.
So where's it? Yeah, that window would have to be on this side. There it is. That's the window right here that he'd have to be looking at. That's the only one that faces that direction, or he'd have to go to the top to do it. So, whatever. It's fun to just pick apart his bullshit, but I still can't find that fucking one with this tower. Looks big over here, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just distorted.
Hey, Gleb, I got a question for you, man. Have you played the accelerometer game with people that don't believe in gravity?
No.
So
make them use the accelerometer on the phone.
Well, yeah, we all have accelerometers on our phone. So you can download like an app like physics sensor test something or other, and you can just hold your phone.
They don't even believe a fucking angle to the sun. They're like, the programming, it's fucking the apps are it's baked in. It's baked in. I'm like, it's just a fucking angle. You could do it with a goddamn string and a plumb bob and a fucking speed square.
But listen to me real quick. This is a super simple thing you can do. All right, you download this physics app, physics sensor test thing that lets you play with the accelerometer that's in your phone. All right, so you hold your phone level and it'll read 1G. You flip your phone upside down and it reads negative 1G because of the downward force on all of us right now. So it's a 2G flip test. And that proves there's, a 1G force pushing down on you that anybody can do with a goddamn cell phone.
The only time they believe technology is when it involves infrared on a camera. They don't believe anything they can't see until it's infrared on a camera that they believe helps support their cause.
Right.
But Globey, I think how he found it is he actually went to the red lighthouse, and you go down to the red lighthouse view, and then you look out for that radio tower that's sticking up, and then you take those two angles, and then you go out to where you can actually see both of those in the same angle that's in the photo. Don't think about where he's at. Try and duplicate that exact photo.
Right, I was trying that, but I don't know. Like there's the red lighthouse right here.
Can you click on it and get a view from the red lighthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, That's the only one we got. Not very good. So if he was looking, he would have been looking this way. And there's this thing here. I don't know if that's the tower or not. But there's no radio antenna on top.
Well, it's got to be as big as the lighthouse is.
Well, let's see which way I'm facing when I come out of there. All right, that is the fire tower. So that's the fire tower, but I don't see an antenna on top. Right, that's the fire tower. Right, his picture shows an antenna coming out top.
And it shows another tower to like the
Right,
left of it,
yeah,
right next to it.
Like right here, there's another tower. And there's just, that doesn't exist anywhere, and unless these are the two things we were just looking at here from that water.
That
plane.
angle is so off, though. That's like
the angle's
completely
off,
looking, completely looking a different direction.
Look at these two things. Maybe they were these.
Because if he says he's at the other beach on the other side, you only have so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he says he's here. This is where he says he is. This is it.
Right. That line of sight is funky compared to what he's showing.
And he showed the
There's
shipwreck.
nothing that matches it. Nothing.
He showed the shipwreck. So
First off, you got to pay at least $7 to get in there, and I doubt he did that.
Well, he doesn't have $7. We all know that. So here's the shipwreck. So he said he was here. So if this is where he was standing, and then he was looking past this lighthouse, which was on his left, then this is the line of sight, right? So where the towers, there's no, so you got the water tower here, right? So that could have been it. That's what was my first thought. But it's way back the fuck here.
That's fucking miles.
Oh wait, so that's not the water tower. The water tower's right here, but it's still a half a mile back. This is the water tower here. And if that's the one on the left in this picture, because it's blocked by trees, then what's the fucking tower on the right? There's nothing here. The one that's in front of the trees, quote unquote, that he's showing.
Could it be those other white towers from that water treatment?
Those are all the way on the left. Those are all the way.
Are they way over there?
Way over here. Those are all the way over here.
Oh.
Those don't line up with the angle of the picture at all that he claims. See the line? This yellow line? It's way the fuck off. So he wasn't looking at those. He had to be looking at something over here. If the water tower was one of those towers, who knows what the fuck the other tower. There are more tanks over here. I wonder if it's one of these.
Link, you're hot micing.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Get the picture again. I'm sorry.
Look at these towers. I wonder if it's one of these.
Shorties.
Short.
They're not even tall as a house. Buildings. Huh?
I mean, these are right to the right of that water tower. I mean, but they're, I don't know. I mean, they're closer to the
I just
beach.
don't understand how that'd be the only thing shining. It's like the trees are fucking taller than that.
Right, and it's so obvious. Like, if you go here, like...
Basically, whatever he was on was like on the water's edge almost, whatever he was looking at.
Right, so then you're talking that building, maybe? Maybe that was it. Maybe this building was it. It's not that tall, but it's the only...
How does Google Earth work? Can you get on top of that building?
No.
And look around?
The blue lines is a street view.
Only if someone took a picture there and posted it. But what is that? What was that building? Where was I? Was it this building? No, it was over to the right. Fucking building was that? This building. This one.
It's like a hotel or condo or something.
Who knows, man? I guess it could be, but we'll never know.
Yeah, just remember the steam found that same tower.
This picture that I took right here is Harbor of Refuge Light.
So this square building could be that, maybe, or this one, right? It could just be distorted.
House. To the right of it is a tank, right? To the right of that is another tank. 2 tanks, tree line, right? Tree line.
Maybe that was it. Maybe this is that building, and that doesn't make any sense.
Right? Tree line. I play with the contract.
Now, this is a different day, different picture. But he says these are the same 2 tanks.
Because he was trying to make it seem like these weren't what I was claiming they were. That tower is behind them trees. That tower is in front of them. So
I think it's clear whatever we're seeing is very stretched and distorted, and we're never going to fucking match it up to anything. Especially since he won't fucking prove where he was. But, anyway.
On the Cape May side, supposedly?
Supposedly on the Cape May side, yeah. Sunset Beach.
Okay. All right. So my mom lives 10 minutes from there, and she's retired. Do you want me to call her tomorrow and tell her to go take a picture?
Does she have a camera that can zoom in pretty good?
No, she doesn't have a P1 bazillion. So
One gazillion.
Flerf 1 million. Yeah. Probably not helpful unless she can zoom in pretty good.
All right, never mind. I tried.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, I just don't know if it'd be worth it. But we really need to identify, what the fuck he's looking at. So he claims those things are on the beach, but what if they're behind the beach and they're just being refracted up a bit, right? I mean, or what if they're at the beach but being refracted, right? I mean, you got to identify the landmarks, which he didn't do, and he won't do. He'll never do. He just says towers. Look at these towers. You don't fucking know what they are. All right. Anyway, I'm going to fucking bed.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks
for having me.
Love and hair grease.
You ever get a chance to talk to Esteemed?
Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, I was earlier today. That's where I got this red lighthouse thing. I mean, the red lighthouse looks like his picture more than the blue lighthouse.
Here, I'll start the dominoes for you.
Thank you. Peace.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. No problem, man. Thanks, everyone.
Have a good night.
You're the man.
Hope
yeah, have a good night.
We got a little entertainment for you. Appreciate it. Pookie's dumb. Globe. Fred's a coward. Fred, you're a coward, Fred. Coward. I'm looking at you right here. You're a coward. Coward. Keep running, Fred. Keep running, Fred. Keep running.
Get fucking stuffed.
Fred's in the room. Where's Fred?
You're afraid.
Ooh, you're afraid. I think you're afraid, Fred. I think.
You're afraid.
Yeah, I think you're afraid. I think you're afraid when you can't kick or mute someone that they'll actually fucking destroy you.
Thanks for playing, bud. You fucking goof.
Yeah, I agree. You are a fucking goof. You goof. Keep running.
Get fucking stuffed.
If you want to stop running, open invite for Monday night. Just me and you. Okay? We can do it any YouTube platform you want. Pick a neutral mod and I'll be there. Or man up and come to my page. Matter of fact, I know you don't like the whole coins. You use the coin excuse. I'm not fucking getting on your live so you can earn coins. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will donate. We'll do it on my live. I will donate every super chat dollar made to your choice of charities. Okay? You heard it here first. So no worried about who's going to make money. I will donate all of it to your charity. Okay? So you can't use that excuse anymore that you don't want us earning coins. So now what? Ball's in your court, buddy. Peace out.